Good evening, and welcome to the BallGame Blitz TV show produced by Worthy Road Studio on the USJ High School Facebook page. I'm Seabass, your announcer for this evening. Color commentator for USJ football is Chuck Walker. This is a copyright broadcast of Worthy Road Studios for 2022, and any rebroadcast, retransmission, editing, or further use of this BallGame Blitz TV show without the written consent of Worthy Road Studios is strictly prohibited. Other high schools covered by BallGame Blitz TV show are Jackson Christian, TCA, and Trenton Peabody. And those games are broadcast to each high school's Facebook page. We also broadcast all Union University home games for volleyball, basketball, soccer, softball, and baseball. All of our BallGame Blitz games are archived to the Worthy Road Studios YouTube page. Again, I'm Seabass, and I'll be your play-by-play announcer for this USJ football game. BallGame Blitz show on USJ High School's football page. Make that Facebook page, Mr. Chiquita. Our director tonight is Paul Schulze, and he's also our replay operator as well as our producer. On cameras tonight are Stephen Childress and Eric Inman. Our executive producer for all of our schools and other sports and events is, in fact, Paul Schulze. So please support our advertisers who help make Worthy Road Studios TV show BallGame Blitz broadcasts the high quality that they are. Without these advertisements, there would be no crews to bring you these broadcasts. Our advertisers include replay sponsor Carlock Nissan, pregame sponsor Brooksy's Barn. Your scoreboard sponsor is Thompson & Smith Insurance. Touchdown sponsors are Garrett Plumbing and Heating, and first down sponsors are Thompson & Smith. Your field goal sponsor is Nest Realty. Corner logo sponsors are Mitchell's Body Shop, Jones Chevrolet, and the Blacksmith Restaurant. Other advertisers are Tennessee National Guard, Aloha Pools, Southeastern Termite and Pest Control, Elite Dental, McCoy's Heating and Air, Alive Hydration and Spa, Lifeline Blood Services, Kaufman's Furnishings and Appliances, Arrington Funeral Directors, Bank of Jackson, King Jewelers, and Lifestyle Vision. Ladies and gentlemen, good evening. We had 14 days off to get ready for this. It is quarterfinal action tonight from Kirkland Field in the Division II Single A playoffs with a trip to the state semis on the line if you get it done tonight. Let me bring in my color commentator, the one and only Chuck Walker. Chiquita, how in the world are you, my friend?
Doing good. Glad to be back at the friendly confines here, and it looks like we're about to go down live to an interview with Coach Strapp.
So let's go down with George Tennyson, who's with Coach Michael Strapp.
I'm here right now, pregame with Coach Michael Strapp. Coach, give us an insight about the week of practice and expectations for tonight, please.
Well, I mean, we've had a great week of practice and preparation. All we got to do is come out and play. And high school football, you just got to get your kids ready, and hopefully they're focused and come out ready to play. Lakeway is a unconventional team on offense. They kind of do a lot of different things offensively as far as formations, unbalanced. Their huddle's even unconventional. So, we've got to be very disciplined defensively, and on offensively, we've got to execute and be able to move the ball.
Yeah, I know, like you said, unconventional. I've watched a little film as well. How do you prep for that?
You just got to practice what they do, high school football, you got a bunch of kids over there trying to replicate their offense, but you're not going to get the speed or the physicality that they're going to bring. But, that's why you play high school football.
Best of luck to you, Coach, tonight. We'll see you in a little bit of halftime maybe. Okay, guys, back to you. Thank you.
Coach Michael Strapp there, and George will check in with Coach Strapp after the first half is over and after this one has gone final. Again, if you're just tuning in, when it goes final, if USJ has more points than Lakeway Christian, then they will punch their ticket to the state semifinals, which would make them one win away for an appearance in the state championship for the Division II Single A crown. Now, here's the way this shakes out, Chucks. If USJ wins tonight, and we do believe that they will, should be an interesting game, but they're the decided favorite in this game. If they win this game and Friendship Christian also wins, then your Bruins will hit the road to Friendship Christian, an undefeated Friendship Christian, that is, at 11-0 on the season. But if DCA avenges an early season blowout loss to Friendship Christian and the Bruins win, then DCA, the Lions, would come here to take on USJ, and they would get the opportunity to play on their home field to punch that ticket. But a whole lot to do. Way too early to call this one, but Lakeway Christian coming to Kirkland Field tonight, Chuck Walker, at 5-6. And, you look at that record and say, wow, 5-6. And you know that they won in the first round, so they were a 4-6 football team. But, you watch this team on film and you look at some of the things that they can do, and I think that record may be a little bit misleading. I think it would be a mistake to just look at their record and think that the Bruins have an easy run of things tonight.
Well, there's no such thing being in the second round of the playoffs and having an easy run. Usually those easy runs get handled in the first week, right? That's how that works. But no, I've heard an interview with Brandon Shields on Mr. Shields' new newspaper that he's got coming out, that this team's a very interesting team on offense. They'll spread them out. They'll line 5 receivers up on one side to spread it out to open, to see if, they can pull you out of zone to make you go man over there on that side and then set something up on the weak side for a running back. So, yeah, this team is probably going to do a lot of stuff that the Bruins haven't seen this year. Now, you also say something else that Coach Strapp said in that article I thought was interesting is you like the ability to earn the bye. You like that you played well enough to earn the bye, but you hate taking that time off. You know what I mean? You get in a routine. You're doing the same thing every day. He told Brandon that he felt that the team had practiced well during the bye week and, of course, this week as well. So I'm expecting the Bruins to come out and hit on all cylinders.
Yeah, it's interesting. A bye week can work a couple of different ways, and especially going into the playoffs. Now, one advantage I would say the Lakeway does have is the fact that they played last week. As you mentioned, they won a hard-fought game that went to overtime, and they knocked off a pretty good Clarksville Academy Cougar football team on the road. So you certainly have to take this. You cannot take this football team for granted. USJ, to say that they've been dominant in this classification would be the understatement of the century. They only have one loss on the season. That was courtesy of Union City, and we'll take a look at what they're doing tonight. They got a revenge game in mind as well. But USJ has basically utterly dominated everything they've played in this division. It's not been close. It's outscoring their opponents by an average of 52-6.
Right.
No one has capped 20 points on the season on the Bruins. Nobody has able to put 20 points up. That 19 by Union City is the high water mark for this football team. This team all season long has hit on all cylinders, especially after that Union City game. I can't think of a game when I just sat back, and maybe the start of the Trinity game, but even that, we were like, wow, they're playing okay, and we look up and they're up 34 against a team who's still playing in quarterfinal action right now, and I think that speaks to just how good this team is.
Yeah, USJ's been a juggernaut, especially within the region. So there's and no reason to think it'll slow down. You wonder about some things. Number one being the last game they had, was it Harding Academy, our last regular
Harding
season?
Academy 2 weeks ago this season.
They didn't pose too big of an issue for USJ. Then you had the bye week.
That would be an understatement.
You start thinking about things like rust and stuff like that. I don't think so. I think this is a very good USJ team that's very well coached. Should come out and not have too many problems tonight, but you kind of want that challenge. You want your lip bloody just a little bit.
Both teams have been out. They've been doing their warm-up, sizing each other up. We're about 25 minutes away from kickoff. Producing and directing back on the other end at Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM is Bryce Mott. He brought you the pregame show, and he will be on after this one goes final. He'll take you to 10 o'clock with the postseason version of the postgame show there at News Talk 101.5 FM. When we come back, we'll take a look at some of the other matchups around West Tennessee and look a little bit more, take a deeper dive into this game as USJ and Lakeway Christian get ready to get it on for the right to play in the state semifinals next Friday night. So we'll take our first break, come right back here to Kirkland Field. You're listening to USJ Football on Worthy Road Studios.
King Jewelers is not your typical run-of-the-mill jewelry store. Grover is a certified jeweler with 35 years experience. This isn't just a jewelry store. It's an iconic symbol of love. How far would you go for love? King Jewelers, 16B Conrad Drive, Jackson.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
championship DNA. That's what you find at Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way. A full line of new Chevrolets plus West Tennessee's largest used car inventory. State-of-the-art service work and pre-approved auto loans online at JonesChevroletHumboldt.com. Shop with a winner. Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson, or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care, and let your smile say it all.
Football is here. Get touchdown savings at McCoy's Heating and Air. Cooler weather is coming. Tackle the season ahead with McCoy's and be comfortable this season. To get your furnace ready, we are now offering one-time cleaning for only $90. Score big. Call McCoy's and schedule your $90 cleaning today. Call 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com. McCoy's Heating and Air, Jackson's most trusted team of technicians.
This could be a true story. On October 3rd, a 2003 hatchback struck and killed a deer that goes by the name Buck. I know, right? He now has Buck's head proudly displayed on his living room wall. He tells a different story.
Shot it.
No, he didn't.
And to hide his lie, he took his car to Mitchell's Body Shop.
No, I didn't.
Yes, he did. And lucky for him, they made it look good as new. And as for Buck, the story continues.
Back to the press box here. We're high atop the press box here. Look, just straight up midfield.
Yeah.
It could be argued that we have the best seats in the house.
I don't know how they get better, unless you're on the sideline, right?
You know, I want to ask you something real quick.
Though.
Before we go into some of the other matchups tonight, I want to ask you this. Neither one of these teams have played a game anything like what they're going to face tonight from the elements. It's a very windy night. You look at Old Glory. She's whipping hard, and it's cold. It's just flat cold tonight.
And you can't do that in practice because yesterday it was 68, 70 degrees, right? I mean, it was warm yesterday, maybe even hotter than that. So, yeah, this is the first real cold game either team has had all year. I would assume wherever in the world Lakeview is. They're
in White Pine, Tennessee, Jefferson County, on the absolute other end of the state.
Oh, so they're from East Tennessee?
They are from East Tennessee. They're on the other side of Knoxville.
Oh,
yeah, so
wow.
They are a long way from home.
These poor people. That's a long haul.
By the way, we want to say hi to our friends over in White Pine, Tennessee, who'll be watching us tonight either on Worthy Road Studio, Facebook page for USJ, or at WNWS.
White Pine sounds like a pretty place. I've just never been there.
Yeah.
Sounds mountainous.
Jefferson County, Tennessee.
Jefferson County.
Home of your Lakeview Christian football team. So let's talk a little bit about some of the other games going on, and we'll stay in this classification. Jackson Christian, they're at home tonight against a 9-2 Middle Tennessee Christian team, a very good Middle Tennessee Christian game. This should be a heck of a battle, but as you know, it's been documented a little bit without going too far into a change at quarterback. Now that was the case last week, and it wasn't an issue for the Eagles. Question is, will that be an issue tonight, because Middle Tennessee Christian presents a much bigger problem than Jackson Christian faced last week?
Right, that's going to be the question. You know, making a change late in the season like that, you don't know, because you've got all those games and all those snaps with all that experience, and then going a different direction makes you think that it's going to be an uphill climb. But no matter who's quarterbacking, Middle Tennessee Christian's a good football team no matter what. This is going to be a tough game. But Jackson Christian has played really, really well all season long, with the lone exception of the USJ game. So we'll see what happens in this game. I know that Mosley and Cam Boyd have both just been running foul the past few weeks.
Yeah, and it's a tremendous football team, and they're very good in the trenches. Again, they just got beat by a very good USJ team. Hey, we're going to step aside for our prayer and the national anthem. We'll be back live from Kirkland Field on Worthy Road Studio right after this.
Brooksy's Barn, locally owned and operated for 40 years in Jackson. Huge Southern buffet at its finest, or choose our drive-through window service. Look over our beautiful lake and enjoy a great meal. Come on by. We are sure you will enjoy our friendly staff and great selection of food that we have, from pork, fish, beef, chicken, not to mention lots of veggies. We also have a fantastic salad bar and a selection of scrumptious desserts. Y'all come.
Serving the Jackson area for over 20 years. Carlock Nissan and Carlock Prestige, the name you can count on. Carlock Automotive, Van Drive, Jackson.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Turn to the experts. Since 1955, Garrett Plumbing and Heating has been the leader in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service and installation for West Tennessee. A proud supporter of USJ Bruin Athletics, we are your local Carrier Factory authorized dealer. Call Garrett Plumbing and Heating 668-3339 for all of your plumbing, heating, and air needs.
If you work outside or in a facility with no AC, or you're just struggling with this year's heat wave, it can really take a toll on your body and health. At Live Hydration Drip Spa, we can help you recover with our Beat the Heat special for only $59. Call or visit us online today to set your appointment.
Championship DNA. That's what you find at Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way. A full line of new Chevrolets plus West Tennessee's largest used car inventory. State-of-the-art service work and pre-approved auto loans online at JonesChevroletHumboldt.com. Shop with a winner. Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way.
Home furnishings, appliances, bedding, and so much more. Kaufman's. At the Bypass and Oil Well Road in Jackson. Home furnishings for every room in your home. Custom upholstery options too, with professional advice. Major appliances from America's top name brands. Mattresses and bedding accessories. Outdoor living and grilling too. And our fully stocked warehouse helps prevent supply chain delays. Kaufman's, for your life.
Welcome back to Kirkland Field as we are just about 12 minutes away from kickoff of the second round. Make that the quarterfinals, if you will, in Division II. Now in Division I, it's the second round, but this is quarterfinals. For Division II, your USJ Bruins taking on Lakeway Christian this evening. It should be a lot of fun, and again, kickoff here in just under 12 minutes. Now, we were talking just a minute ago about Jackson Christian, and of course, them and USJ are not the only two teams in this classification from this city that are playing tonight, but only one of them had to go on the road, Chuck. That was the Lions. Coach Butler and his Lions, who are playing much better in the second half of the season, they get a big win on last week, and now they go on the road to take on a very tough Jeff Brothers coached Nashville Christian, who we've seen before over the years, and they are a real roadblock to be sure. Conceivably, if things were to break beautifully, the city of Jackson could have 3 of the 4 participants in the semifinals next week, which would also guarantee that one of them, either Jackson Christian or TCA, would find their way into the state championship. You know, which is crazy when you think about that, because the Bruins should have the easiest route, but they would have to go through Friendship Christian to make that happen, and Friendship Christian is undefeated on the season, and justifiably so. I've seen them play. They're a very, very good football team, but TCA has to go on the road. This is a young football team. I think Coach Butler would tell you the fact that they're still playing means that this team is way ahead of schedule, but nobody's in at this time of the season. You know, moral victories mean absolutely squat. I mean, this is about surviving and advancing. Question is, can they go to Nashville and survive?
You know, I think a lot of it depends on Kyle Tompkins. That kid was probably just a freshman, maybe the best athlete we saw all season long. He was unbelievable. I was so impressed with him. I know he got a little dinged up in the third quarter, but looks like he's rebounded healthy. I pulled his stats back up, and that kid's going to be somebody to watch for years to come. So we'll see how far they can take him. Coach Butler, you know, when the team plays a lot better in the second half, that speaks to coaching, especially a young team like that. It speaks to buying in.
That's right. And now let's talk about this matchup real quick. Let's look at Lakeway Christian. For Lakeway Christian, man, I got an opportunity to watch some of the game film. In fact, they had the whole game online when they played the Webb School a little while back in a track meet that they won 42-35, if I remember correctly, was the score. And one thing that stuck out to me, they ran multiple formations. Saw a lot of their action out of the pistol formation, and we'll see what happens, but the young man that was playing quarterback, and I assume that to be the case tonight for them, was Levi Martin. Levi Martin, the 5'9 junior quarterback, 155. He's not the biggest quarterback I've ever seen, but he has a gun. He does. He has a good arm. He's smart. He's athletic. And this team also likes to hit, okay? I watched him on defense. I saw a couple of different players just absolutely laying people flat. One of the guys that came to my mind was just a sophomore, Jesse Stump. Laid a couple of licks in that game.
Great name.
Yeah. Is that a football name there for you? For sure. We know they're going to want to get Nathaniel Scott, the senior wide receiver, 6'1", involved in this football game. They are coached by head coach Thad Wells. And I'm not familiar with Coach Wells, being on the other side. And by the way, Lakeway Christian is a relatively new school. We know one thing for sure. One of the things that they're very good at is girls basketball. Their girls basketball program, even in its infancy stages, has developed into one of the better ones in this classification, but that won't help Lakeway Christian tonight. The Lions in town to take on your USJ Bruins. Let's take a look at some of the other matchups from around West Tennessee in Division I. Some very big games out there tonight. Your old stomping ground, South Gibson. They took it on the chin to Haywood County a month or so ago. They find themselves in Brownsville tonight, taking on the juggernaut. This Tomcat team, they're always fantastic, but it seems like this just is another notch. They've gone up another notch, and Haywood gets the Hornets tonight. Is there any reason, Chuck Walker, to believe at all that South Gibson has a chance to avenge and get a win here?
Absolutely. No, of course you can. Just because you lose a game doesn't mean you'll lose the next game to it. Haywood's probably a decided favorite. I think that's when you go to Brownsville, it's a very tough place to play. I think it's always crunk 30 there, but you've been there. You've seen it. You've seen them play. You can make some adjustments for it. I think, if you were, putting a line on this game, which would be weird to do at high school, you would still, make Haywood County a 10, 11-point favorite. But have you ever seen a 10, 11-point favorite lose in college or the pros? Of course you have.
At least once.
Yeah, of course you have.
At least once, for sure. Now, a couple of other games to highlight real quick. Union City and Westview. These are two 9-2 teams. Union City tasted defeat for the first time at the hands of Westview by 4 touchdowns. But there's a side note to this one. Westview's quarterback is out for this one. And talking with Big D in our high school breakdown earlier in the week, he said this changes everything for Westview. So we will see. Now, Westview's a big, hard-nosed, good football team who can also run it and is very good in the trenches and very good on defense. But Union City, they beat this Bruin team by 2 touchdowns, and that'd probably tell you all you need to know. With that situation, do you think Union City goes to Martin tonight and avenges that loss?
I would say so, yeah. You would think with the quarterback being out, that's, the most important position on the field just because of how many times they touch the ball. Doesn't mean that you've got, Steve Young back there every time, but it means the person that sets everything up, that, makes any adjustments, move the running back from one side to the next, makes changes, things like that. Yeah, if he's out, then yes, I think that makes a huge difference. And I'm surprised anybody beat Union City by 4 touchdowns. First of all, Union City controls the ball so long, I don't know how you have enough time to score 4 times on them.
So you calling it?
Am I calling it? No, Martin still gets the win.
Martin still gets the
win.
Still
gets the win.
You're defending 2A state champs, the Martin Westview
Got customers in
Chargers. Yeah. Oh, well, of course.
Yeah.
I should.
None
Okay.
in Union City.
Before I ask you about this next game, do you have any clients or customers in Troy, Tennessee?
No.
Okay.
None.
All right, so then this should be they are on the road tonight at Johnny Hale Stadium. That was a 3-touchdown win in Troy for the Bulldogs, I think maybe about a month ago. However, and it's okay to say something out of now as we are 5 minutes away from kickoff, so I don't think anybody from Troy is going to be able to say, hey, guys, guess what? They probably know by now. Milan is going to have a few players out tonight. There's going to be some players out for Milan.
Starters?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Milan's going to have some players out, and some believe that changes things. Remember, Obion went on the road and won by double figures in Orange Mound last week.
Yeah, had a running back rush for 300 yards.
Yeah, and so Milan's going to get a whole taste of that right now. And big kid, I forgot the young man's name. Big physical running back, and we'll see what those subtractions from that starting lineup for the Bulldogs mean. Because after that third loss, remember they lost those 3 games in a row. They haven't lost since. They haven't lost a game since. So they've been on a roll. They've won 4 in a row. We'll see if they can get it done tonight. O'Brien is in Milan. How you see this one playing out?
I still think Milan wins by at least a couple of touchdowns.
Really?
That's a deep team, yeah. Even how many are out? Are 25 people out, or are we talking 5 people?
I would remind you that this O'Brien team not only beat Melrose, went to Alamo and doubled them up, which is something that the Milan Bulldogs couldn't do. They got beat by them.
That's right. No, I
O'Brien
agree with
doubled them up.
I agree with you. I think O'Brien County. I still think Milan's such a good team. And I went back and watched what I could of that South Gibson Milan game, and they look like they substituted. I think Milan still is able to do it. Something I want to bring up here while the Bruins run on the field. Bass, you may take a look over there and see an orange M on the helmets. You may take notice of that, and you'll say, gosh, I wonder why they got the orange M on the helmet tonight. That is for a first grader here at USJ, Mr. Mac Overton. He is actually he's been at St. Jude for a while. He's back now. Back at school. He's actually listening to the game, and so the M stands for Mighty Like Mac, and that's what the Bruins hope to be tonight, is Mighty Like Mac. So, Mac, if you're out there, man, from Bass and I, we love you, brother, and you are a mighty Mac. There's no doubt about it.
Get him, big guy. We love you, Mac. You're going to be with the Bruins all night long tonight. The captains are headed to midfield. Your USJ captains, all seniors, quarterback, the one and only Berkeley Pettigrew. What a season he's had. Mark Cox, the outstanding offensive lineman, as well as Kevin Fitch, the senior running back, over 1,400 yards rushing. And, of course, the DB, Parker Barnes, is also a captain. For Lakeway Christian, the Lions, your captain tonight, number 13, Nathaniel Scott. We told you about him just a few minutes ago, as well as number 9, Malachi Jim Lawson. And we'll get the other captains here for you in just a second. I don't have to tell you that the Bruins have had the kickoff, have had the opening kickoff 9 straight times in a row. We'll see if we can make it 10. We're down here. This beautiful picture. Look at this camera work. We're down here right there in the huddle.
First of all, I'm surprised our cameraman's that tall.
I think he's holding it up on a stick, if you can see that, but that's funny.
Yes, of course, yeah. Way to step on the joke.
Well,
I bet you're fun at a magic show.
Yeah, you know what? I won't go any farther with that one. Let's see. The Bruins have won the toss, and surprise, surprise, they have elected to receive the football. By the way, the other captains for Lakeway Christian, number 7, Benjamin Carroll, the senior tight end, and your final captain for Lakeway Christian, number 3, Ethan West, the senior defensive back. So we're just about ready to get it on. Chiquita, I need a final prediction from you, sir, before we get underway.
44-14 in favor of USJ.
44-14, so you're calling a 30-point win for the Bruins tonight. We all know they are certainly capable of that.
And you told me this. I did not know it. You said the clock doesn't run in playoffs.
Yeah, because this is an elimination.
Yeah, it's an elimination game. I got you.
Now, if they decide they wanted to do something like that, I'm sure they could figure that out. But, yeah, that won't be the case this evening. It is time for USJ Bruin football. And, Chiquita, as we all know, there is nothing like playoff football.
Nothing.
You know, because the truth of the matter is that some players on this field will be playing organized football for the final time in their entire lives tonight.
Well, that's a guarantee, at least on one side, right, with the seniors and stuff like that. And you're assuming not everybody's going to go play college football.
Yeah, they're not going to have the seniors from the winning team. Am I still fun at parties?
Do you get invited?
Nah, not really. All right, it is time to crank it up, Bruins fans. So all of you listening on the USJ Facebook page, on WNWS.com, and on 101.5, baby, let's get it on.
Look at the student section. Very apropos. They went snow skier dress up for the, how they always dress up each week?
Sure.
That's a smart one when it's 15 degrees out here.
Back deep for the USJ Bruins, sophomore Noah Spencer and junior Jace Barksdale. Kicking off for Lakeway Christian, number 13, Nathaniel Scott. Actually, that's not the case. The kicker, we got a left-footed kicker. That's what's throwing you off there. It's a left-footed kicker.
Throw me off a bit. I was
Here we go. The opening kick is underway. It is a high kick that will be taken by Barksdale at the 10-yard line, running straight to the middle now, trying to bounce it out. Has an edge from the left hash. Nice pursuit by Lakeway Christian, and he'll get to about the 29-yard line, and that's where this Bruin offense will begin their first possession of the game. 1st and 10 Bruins from their own 29-yard line.
Look at this Carlock replay right here. You'll see this block by number 16, Aaron Tunstall. I thought this was going to set something up, but really good pursuit and discipline there by Lakeview Christian.
Yeah, that was a great job by number 2, Jesse Stump. That's a young man I told you playing at that DB position that was sticking folks in that web school game. So here we go. 1st and 10 for the Bruins from their own 29. Fitch to the right of Pettigrew from the gun. 3 wide receiver set, Twins to the right. It's a give to Kevin Fitch straight up the middle. Now bouncing it out off of left tackle and good for 6 yards on 1st down. That'll set up 2nd and 4 for the Bruins from the 35-yard line.
Something's happened since we have broadcast last to Mr. Finch. He is actually a nominee for Mr. Football in the state of Tennessee, Division II, Class Single A, and very well deserved so.
Nice block by left tackle Kanye Sawyer to allow Finch to pick up some more yards. 2 wide receiver set, Twins to the right. Finch in the gun, Seals from the flex. Here we go. Finch off right tackle, has the 1st down, and Moore still on his feet and all the way up to the 45-yard line. That's going to be a gain of about 10 and good enough for a Thompson and Smith 1st down.
Mark Cox there leading the way for Finch, and Finch does a good job just riding on his hip the whole way, just almost like a wallet, then busting loose at the right time. And I love seeing him run because it's very rare that he's brought down by the first person that hits him.
Right, and the Bruins are going right into the teeth of that wind right now, so it'll be interesting to see if they go exclusively or mostly with the run. Here we go, 1st and 10, a handoff to Finch straight up the middle, now bouncing it out to the outside. He's into Lakeway Christian territory and all the way down to the 46-yard line. An excellent gain there on 1st down. He'll pick up about 8, we'll call it 8 yards, 2nd and 2 for the Bruins.
Yeah, Ethan West is able to get him out of bounds here, but I think Finch is happy. If you're going to give him 8 yards every time he touches the ball, he'll take that. Bruins will take that all night.
Yeah, Davis Sane made a nice block downfield that allowed him to pick up another 3 or 4 yards. So the Bruins all on the ground so far and having a lot of success. 2nd and 2, 10:21 left to go here in the first quarter. Twins to the right. Here's Barksdale in motion to his left, swinging it out. Now the ball goes behind him. It actually takes a great bounce, and he picks it up, but he's going to lose a cab ride all the way back to the 35-yard line. That's going to be a 19-yard loss. Disastrous play that time. I think the wind may have had a little bit of an effect on that one.
I think so, and I don't know the Pettigrew. The nose was kind of down. He bumped into Finch here. I don't know that he got that ball reset back right in his hand, and that's a lateral pass. They've got a lucky bounce, and Barksdale makes a heads-up play to grab the ball. Otherwise, it's give them 6 for Lakeview.
Yeah, that was a live ball that time, and, of course, you're absolutely right. It was a great bounce by Barksdale, and he was able to get the ball. It's a big loss, but the Bruins do still maintain possession, but that will set up 3rd, and we'll call it 22. 22 for the Bruins. They need to get to the 44 of Lakeway Christian from their own 34-yard line. 4 wide receiver set, trips to the left, swing past the Finch, and the short side flat. Not much doing that time. As a matter of fact, he may even lose a couple of yards. So what looked like a promising drive to start things off after that second play or that second down pass where it went behind, actually it was a lateral, went behind the intended receiver on a loss of about 19. What was so promising is now 4th and 22, and the Bruins are going to have to punt.
USJ got almost 2 first downs there. Now they're back just about where they returned the kick to open the drive off.
So here we go for the Bruins. Here's the punt. It's a low liner that hits around the 49-yard line of Lakeway Christian and gets a fantastic bounce for the Bruins all the way down to the 35-yard line. That was Drew English on the punt. Outstanding roll for the Bruins. And now Lakeway Christian will get the ball for the first time this evening from their own 30. Let's make sure get the official spot. Looks like it will be right on the 35-yard line.
Hello.
Hi. Look at this. This
is
how
they're not
huddle.
huddling in. They're just all lined up.
That's how they do it
from the sideline. I like that.
That's how they do it. I've never seen that anywhere before, but still from the pistol formation, Twins to the right. Here's the snap. It is play action, rolling to his right under pressure and going down after a host of Bruins get in there. The ball has come loose at the end of the play. Let's see if the Bruins have come up with it. And Well, now the Bruins did come up with the football, but are they giving it to him? Let's see.
Raleigh Seals comes in with the initial contact.
I think they were going to say he's down, but if you see
he's
on
down.
this
The ball
replay,
shoots out right here. Now, the ball may have been loose before that, but it was down when it shot out.
All right, so at the end of the day, it's going to be a 7-yard loss, and it'll back it up, make it a 2nd and 17 for Lakeway Christian again. And look at these formations; it's just amazing. Levi Martin again from the pistol. Single wide receivers to each side. Here is Martin looking to his right, going down the right sideline, and a beautiful breakup by Jace Barksdale that time. Step-for-step coverage, and the junior DB goes up and knocks that ball away. It would really be just about impossible to have better coverage than Jace Barksdale just showed right there.
That throw is on the money right here, and I'm telling you, you can talk about Sauce Garner all you want to. You can talk about any of those guys, but there is nobody playing better from a secondary position than Jace Barksdale. No house parties on Barksdale's Cove.
Ronnie Martin, the intended receiver, 3rd and 17 for the Lions from their own 29-yard line. Levi Martin from the gun. Twins to each side, one back to his left. And here's a man in motion. Now Martin dropping straight back, wanting to set up a screen. He completes it, but it's absolutely sniffed out by Raleigh Seals. He hit his intended receiver, Shy J. Jackson, but Raleigh Seals was all over that one. Matter of fact, he'll lose 8 yards on the play, and the Lions will have to punt.
You'll see Seals here. He knows it's a screen. He's checked up. There's the rush coming in by Sawyer there, and Seals is just waiting on the dump-off pass. Carries him back 5 yards.
If it wasn't an outstanding little pass, I mean, it's an easy one, but if it hadn't been an accurate pass, Seals may have intercepted that football. That's how in position he was. Barksdale back to receive this punt at his own 40-yard line. Here's the snap. It's a floater. He gets it away just barely low. Liner that'll hit around the 41-yard line, and the Bruins take a big roll for Lakeway Christian all the way down to the 21-yard line. My stars. That's going to be good enough for a 50-yard punt for Lakeway Christian. And the Bruins, with 7:21 left to go here in the first quarter, will begin their second possession. Both teams have had the football, Chuck. Any thoughts early on?
Well, you know, both teams' defense have made big plays. USJ, it still feels like, I know this is, nobody has scored yet. It still feels like USJ is in control here. Great coverage, so you can't say enough about that coverage
in
from
the
Jace
trenches.
Barksdale.
Yeah, you can already tell that they have the decided advantage. Here we go, Pettigrew from the gun, Finch to his right. Here's the gift of Finch, and nothing doing. He may get back to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he will not. That will actually be a loss of a yard for Finch off right tackle.
Really good job there, shooting it up the gut there. What number? I missed the number.
Samuel Knight was definitely in on that play.
In on the play. But you'll see right here, it just shot through. Nice adjustment there from Lakeview here on the defense.
Yeah.
That was there the whole drive last time.
Yeah, that was a couple of different defenders that time for Lakeway Christian. They'll call it 2nd and 11 from the 20-yard line for Pettigrew and the Bruin offense. He's from the gun, Twins to his right. Here is a gift of Finch trying to bounce it out, needs the edge, and he'll get it, but then is wrapped up by number 1, Shy J. Jackson. It'll end up being a gain of about 6 yards, setting up 3rd and a long 5 for the Bruins. We'll call it even 6 for the Bruins from their own 25-yard line with 6:26 left to go here in the first quarter.
Yes, Shy J makes a good tackle there on Finch. He was able to get positive yards there. It's 3rd and manageable here now.
Yeah, you look at that replay. They have shorted the Bruins by at least a yard. They got to the 27 on that one before he was thrown backwards. That should have been
that's on the south side of the 26.
To be sure. We'll call it 3rd and a long 4 for the Bruins. 3 wide receiver set. Here's Pettigrew looking to his left. Now firing. Has a man. Gets past the secondary. Complete at the 50, the 40, 30, 20, and can he get there? Did he get in the end zone? Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time tonight, Jace Barksdale for 73 yards on the touchdown, the Garrett Plumbing and Heating touchdown from Pettigrew to Barksdale. Beat his man, and after that it was a track meet to the end zone, and nobody's beaten Jace Barksdale in this stadium.
Barksdale is so good there getting open. He did. He beat his man. The safety tried to come over and help. Really good pass by Pettigrew there. Nice touch to kind of loft and give Barksdale enough time to beat the defensive back.
All right, Cooper Sykes with the extra point. It is up, and it is good. And your new score with 5:49 left to go here in the first quarter from Kirkland Field, USJ 7 and Lakeway Christian nothing on Worthy Road Studios.
The most important benefit when you buy from Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way? Peace of mind. Jones Chevrolet's warranty forever comes with every qualifying new and pre-owned vehicle. Powertrain coverage for as long as you own your vehicle. Find out more at Jones Chevrolet in Three-Way.
At Nest Realty Jackson, connections and relationships are at the heart of everything we do. We wake up every day with the goal of helping our agents build trust, relationships, and community. Let's connect.
We realize you have a busy lifestyle, and at the Bank of Jackson, we're here to help you fulfill all of your financial needs, personal and business loans, mortgages, online banking and bill pay, and so much more. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Stump and Jackson back deep for Lakeway Christian. Here is a worm burner that is going to go out of bounds around the 23-yard line on the kick from English. And Lakeway Christian will get outstanding position to start their second position, only now trailing 7-0.
You know, and USJ was they were doing this 2 weeks ago, if you remember at Harding, this squib kick to the sideline, trying to get the ball to die there. I don't mind it because, again, you're advancing the ball. What's it going to start on 35 now?
Yeah, but think about it like this, though. And, of course, Lakeway Christian can make them punt it again or kick it again, and I would, and they will.
They will, yeah.
But, look, I mean, you want to keep that thing out of the jet stream. So I think that's an intentionally low kick. Now, you don't want to kick it out of bounds, but to kick it low, you want to stay out of this wind going this direction for sure. So English will have to kick it again. And I would anticipate they'll try to keep it low once again. Try to aim right in between those hashes if you can.
Alex Wallace made a really good grab coming in from the sideline there. Got it one-handed. I was like, OBJ, did you see that?
And by the way, what a pass by Berkeley Pettigrew in the wind and finding his open receiver. But if they're going to single cover 8 all night, it's going to be a long night for the Lions. I can promise you that. See if they make an adjustment on that. Was that the first pass for the Bruins?
Second. Remember the first was forward pass. Yeah, the lateral went back.
All right. English does the same thing, but much better results. Taken at the 24-yard line by Lakeway Christian. And, my friend, you cannot tiptoe. That is a good way to get lit up like a Christmas tree. But they do get it to the 35-yard line. That's Jess Stump, the sophomore running back / defensive back. May only be 145, but packs a wallop. They will start from their own 35-yard line. Will the Lions, USJ leading 7-0.
Yeah, Stump was looking to make something happen there. I don't know if he had seen the film, but this USJ, the coverage that they have on the kickoffs has been top-notch all year. I don't know that we've seen more than just a couple of big returns against this squad.
Here we go. 1st and 10 for Lakeway Christian. Let's check out this formation. Quads to the short side being your left. Martin from the gun. His 5th pass-catching option, the tight end Benjamin Carroll on the right edge. Here we go. Martin with a quarterback draw, trying to string it out to the outside, needs the edge, and actually gets it up to the 40. 45 still on his feet into Bruin territory and down to the 47-yard line. That's enough for a first down, and just nobody there on that edge, and Martin takes advantage of it, shows the wheels, and picks up a big gain.
You'll see here, you can't see it on the replay, but right before the snap, Will Horton was sending directives to the other side of the field, letting them know it's coming. Brooks Jones has him here and holds him, and Jay Sparksdale comes and cleans him up. But this is what Coach Strapp was talking about in that interview, is they'll have these weird formations and they'll run away from it to the other side, but you can't leave 4 receivers, 5 receivers just there wide open. They had a tight end on that wide side. He had to make a block, and there you go.
We have a timeout. I did not see who called the timeout, just that we have one, and it's not for an injured player. One of the teams called timeout, but I didn't see it, and they still have 3 for each team on the board, so we'll try to keep up with that. We'll keep that one right here. We'll keep you updated with scores from around West Tennessee in the playoffs. In Division II, it's the quarters, and in Division I, it is the second round of the playoffs, and we'll keep you updated with those throughout the evening. All right, so 6.5 minutes into this one so far. Interesting. It's an interesting game. Lakeway Christian is, like we tell you, I mean, it's very unconventional on offense. That would be putting it mildly. But Coach Strapp and his team have had a little while to prepare for them and Clarksville Academy. And you know that they were ingesting film from both of those because they know who they were going to be playing with that bye. So here we go. All right, and it was Lakeway. It was USJ that called that timeout, their first of the half. Here we go. Martin from the gun, one back to his left, and 4 wide receivers trips to the left. Here's the snap. Martin, same play, this time to the left side, being strung out, but he breaks a tackle and is actually able to skirt forward for about 6 yards. USJ did initially a good job of stringing that play out. Looked like they were able to stop him for a minimal gain, but Martin does a great job of picking up 6 or 7.
He does. He's just able to get around the edge here. Sam McMillan makes the tackle. Looks like 55. Boy, we don't say this often. 55, Ty O'Neill. Normally he gets his paws into you. You're going down.
Yeah, it's actually Lowton Potts in at quarterback right now. The junior, 6 foot, 195. He was on that carry as well. So, yeah, personnel-wise, they keep you on your toes. So Pott, the quarterback, and Jackson in the backfield from the pistol formation. Here's the give to Jackson, a crowded box, but keeps those feet moving and churning. It'll be close to a first down. Looks like it's going to be about a half a yard short, setting up 3rd and short for the Lions from the Bruin. We'll call it 38-yard line, 3rd and 1.
You see here on the shift, look at this blocking. That's really good blocking by Lakeway Christian School there, moving everybody to the right side there on that little counter play.
Yeah, Seals unable to wrap him up in the backfield. Could have been a no gain right there. Seals couldn't get him. He wasn't in position, really. Did a great job to get his hands on him, but not able to stop him before he picked up the first down. Here we go. Lowton Potts now coming out of formation. Who's going to be the quarterback now? It's going to be Ethan West. This is the craziest thing I've seen. Actually, it is Potts. Hands it off in the backfield. Should have been a loss, but breaks a tackle or two, and Shijay Jackson has enough for the first down. Needed 1, got 2, and this drive continues for the Lions.
You can see how this offense could be frustrating for a defense. And we've seen, 7 different formations on about 9 different carries so far, but for Lakeway?
Yeah, Alex Wallace got in the backfield and got a hand on Jackson, but he didn't have a good enough angle that time. Jackson able to break the tackle, and the Lions are on the move at the Bruin 37-yard line with 3:30 left to go here in the first quarter. I've just never seen anything
did you ever play any offense like this ever against any offense like this? I guess they didn't really do that back in the 50s.
No, but they don't huddle. All 11 in a line and all facing the sideline, looking at the play coming in. Here we go. Potts from the gun. Here's the snap. Handoff to Jackson, cutting it back inside. Raleigh Seals gets those paws on him, and this time says you're not going anywhere. It still falls forward for a yard, but an outstanding job of forcing that play back inside by the Bruin defense.
And the only reason he's able to get a yard is because Raleigh Seals is so tall and so long. Like, he was able to run it, and then Raleigh brings him down, but it takes him with those long arms that time. We do have an official timeout here.
Now,
that's a flag. I didn't see the flag. I thought it was official timeout.
It was a false start, but it was after the play.
Illegal formation.
Thank you very much. Looky there. Big guy. All right, so here we go. It'll still be first down. 1st and 14 for the Lions from the Bruin 42-yard line.
If we're going to start talking about illegal formation, I feel like I've seen 4 or 5 of them I didn't understand. Starting with this
it's kind of fun, though.
Yeah, it is kind of fun. Different. I do like seeing it. I wonder if this will take off. I wonder how many schools in Tennessee are running offenses like this.
So far, I know of one.
Right. Me too.
For sure. So 1st and right around 15 yards. Here's the snap. Potts with the fake and is stuffed at the edge that time by Wallace with a couple of other players. Parker Barnes and Wallace in on that one in run support and stuffing that play for a minimal gain, maybe half a yard on that one.
Yeah, Alex Wallace is able to stand him up straight up right here. You'll see it. You're not getting anything else. And really good. You got Parker Barnes there on the backside to help.
Yeah, Wallace Barnes, and let's not leave Sam McMillan out because he was a big part of that play as well. We'll call it 2nd and 15. Party Hardy Marty in the house. My man. 1:37 left to go here in the first quarter. USJ leading 7-0 here in the quarterfinal game at Kirkland Field from the pistol. 3 on the play clock. They're able to get it away, and Jackson is going to be swarmed under by the entire USJ defense. There are 9 players on the tackle for that one. It's taken all the way back to the 48-yard line, back into Lakeway territory. That's going to be a loss of about 6 yards, all the way back to the 48. What a play by the Bruin defense.
Yeah, Noah Spencer gets credit for this tackle here, but the entire USJ line just moved the entire line of Lakeway back on that play.
So it's going to be 3rd and a true, Cab, right? 25. They do have the wind with them, and both quarterbacks have the ability to get the ball down the field, and I do believe this is Martin. It is Martin from the gun on play action looking. He has time now, forced out to the pocket, and he's going to go down, taken down by Raleigh Seals, who is absolutely putting his fingerprint all over the first quarter of this football game. That's a sack all the way back to the 35-yard line.
And this worked out well for the Bruins, but look at 51 here, Ball. Look at this at this point. Is a little bit of a block in the back, a little bit of a hold, a tackle.
Man, that's a Boston crab right there.
Yeah,
but
no flag. I'm surprised we didn't see a flag there. No need for one now, though.
3rd, or make it 4th and 32. For the Lions, they'll punt. Barksdale back at his own 29-yard line. It's a low liner that hits at the 34, and Barksdale will have to let it go because it was great coverage. And this ball will roll all the way down to the 11-yard line. Another fantastic punt of 54 yards on that one. And that is the end of the first 12 minutes of play. Your score from Kirkland Field after one quarter, USJ 7 and Lakeway Christian nothing. But before we go, we have a flag on this play.
I did not see one. No, I didn't see a flag.
Okay, we do, but
yep.
And
so against the Bruins.
It was on the Bruins, and it will be
first
their
down.
ball when we come back. So we'll take this quick break from Kirkland Field on Worthy Road Studios.
The name you can count on. Carlock Automotive, Van Drive, Jackson.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care and let your smile say it all.
Now you got Paul saying 9. Stop saying 9. Here we go. Okay, so this penalty is going to move the Bruins back inside the 10-yard line. Actually, it's going to be spotted where we're going to come to rest right around the 7. We'll call it the 6. First and 10 Bruins from their own 6-yard line. As we start the second quarter, we're used to USJ being up about 35-0 right now, but they're up 7-0, leading Lakeway Christian as we start the second quarter. Here we go, Pettigrew from the gun. Here's a give to Finch, bouncing it out, left tackle, still on his feet, and he will get to about the 10-yard line. That'll give him a gain of about 3 or 4 yards on first down.
Conne Sawyer was opening up all kinds of holes. Looked like Swiss cheese out there. Finch got held up a little bit in the backfield, but still, turn that into a 5-yard gain? Is that
this offensive line for the Bruins have been productive in pass pro, in run blocking all year long, and the best part about it is there's not a weak link on it. All 5 are absolutely fantastic.
You can run to both sides with ease. You can run to both sides. You don't have to just go to one.
2nd and 4, and let's see what we've got here. We may have a free 5 for the Bruins. We do. That's going to be offsides on Lakeway Christian. That's going to move it all the way up to the 10 and make it the 15-yard line. And now the Bruins face 2nd and 1.
Think we'll see a run here? Pass on 2nd and short?
Yeah, actually, on 2nd and 1, everything's in
play. Play action.
I would not be surprised to see a long pass or maybe a medium post or something like that. But, of course, runs in play. A 2nd and 1 is anybody's ball game. Here we go, and that's exactly what's going to be a pass. And Pettigrew looking for his man, but he throws it short and is intercepted at the 27-yard line, running into his own man, still on his feet. That's Jackson bouncing it out. He's got a shot to score, has a block, cuts it back inside. Probably shouldn't have done that. and is taken down around the 2-yard line. If he strings that out, he should be able to get into the end zone. We do have a flag on the play. I do believe this is after the interception, so we'll take a look at it.
Yeah, it's definitely after the interception because I saw it when it happened down here. I don't know who it's on there, but what an unbelievable return after that pick.
That is going to be Shy J. Jackson with that interception.
I thought he was tackled 2 or 3 times.
And we've got a block in the back on Lakeway Christian, so still fantastic position, but it's a heck of a lot better than the Bruins having to take this stand from their own 1-yard line. Lakeway Christian will begin this drive from the Bruins 16-yard line, trailing 7-0 with 10:46 left to go here in the first half. That ball just simply underthrown that time, trying to hit Seals and couldn't find him. Actually trying to hit Barksdale and couldn't get him. Here we go. That is going to be Potts from the gun. 4 wide receiver set, trips to the right, calling his own number off of left tackle, strung out beautifully. Maybe a gain of 1 that time, but USJ sniffing that thing out from the get-go, and we'll get you that number here in just a second. I think that was Ty O'Neal on the play. It was. Double nickel, Ty O'Neal. He's double teamed. Look at that. Fights it off. Still makes a beautiful line right down that line of scrimmage. The best angle to it and makes the tackle. He's had a great season all year long.
He's deceptively fast, too, for someone inside. He can get back in pursuit, which is what you saw there. Sometimes you feel like you block him out of the play, and he'll be done.
2nd and 8 for the line. Here's calling his own number is Potts. On the read and only getting about 2 yards. He was actually tripped up, I believe. Was that Kanye Sawyer on the tackle? It was. Plays left tackle for the Bruins on offense and also doubles as a defensive tackle. Did a great job that time. Great disguise that time. I thought he gave the ball to Jackson, called his own number, but Sawyer was not fooled.
Sawyer's so big and strong. Just look at him down there. I mean, he looks like a grown man down there.
That's going to set up 3rd and 6 for the Lions, and we have a stoppage in play. See what we've got
flag
here. Would this be a sideline warning maybe? That's exactly what it is.
Definitely what that is.
Proud of me for that, Marty? 9:34 left to go here in the first half. That's simply a sideline warning, so it won't result in a penalty. Still going to be 3rd and a long 6 for the Lions from the USJ, we'll call it the 11-yard line. Potts from the gun, Jackson to his left. Twins to the left, that's your short side. Here's a swing pass that just goes over the head. Actually, it's a hitch that he was trying to hit Jesse Stump with, and that ball just floated on Potts, and that'll set up 4th down from the 11 into the teeth of this win. I was watching the warm-ups, and kicking did not look like their strong
at all.
suit.
No, this is definitely, I was going to say that, this is definitely 4-down territory. Yeah, that pass just got away. One of the few poor passes that we've seen there, but even on that hitch pass, even if they would have connected there, that wasn't going anywhere.
All right, here we go from the pistol. 4th down and about 6. Here's Potts trying to draw USJ off with the hard count. Jackson straight behind Potts.
And you notice when they get down here in the red zone, they huddle more. They don't do the whole, where they do the line to huddle now.
Single wide receiver to the short side, that Stump. Scott to the top. Here we go. Still trying to get them to jump on that hard count, and they're not having it. And now Lakeway is going to call a timeout. It is going to be their first of the half, and we'll take it with them with 9:16 left to go here in the first half from USJ. Your score, the Bruins 7 and Lakeway Christian nothing on Worthy Road Studios.
At Arrington Funeral Directors, we accept all prearranged funerals. So you may have prearranged your funeral in this town with another funeral home or even in another state, but we accept all prearranged funerals because we're here to serve families.
Serving the Jackson area for over 20 years. Carlock Nissan and Carlock Prestige, the name you can count on. Carlock Automotive, Van Drive, Jackson.
Football is here. Get touchdown savings at McCoy's Heating and Air. Cooler weather is coming. Tackle the season ahead with McCoy's and be comfortable this season. To get your furnace ready, we are now offering one-time cleaning for only $90. Score big. Call McCoy's and schedule your $90 cleaning today. Call 731-668-7492. or visit airmccoy.com. McCoy's Heating and Air, Jackson's most trusted team of technicians.
5 wide receiver set, trips to the right, twins to the left. Firing across the middle, complete, and into the end zone for the touchdown. That is Ethan West on the slant. Made a nice catch around the 7 and did the rest. Breaks the tackle and into the end zone. That pass came from Levi Martin to Ethan West, and the Lions are on the board and a point away from tying this one up.
Good play call there coming out on 3rd and long. Really nice play call there for the Lions.
Now for the extra point. The snap, the hold, the kick is blocked. Blocked. I believe that was, guess who? Raleigh Seals, who got through for the block that time. What a first 15 minutes of the game this young man has had.
Especially on the defensive side. You'll see it here. Raleigh Seals almost puts this in the hand of the holder. Look how quick he gets through here. He beats the ball.
So your new score with 9:09 left to go here in the first half. USJ 7 and Lakeway Christian 6 on Worthy Road Studios.
Football looks fun. I bet I would have been great at it. The first football playing Deer, they would have made a movie about me and everything. Probably get Kurt Russell to play me. But alas, me and my dreams run right over again.
For fast, reliable collision repair, trust the experts at Mitchell's Body Shop. And get back out there.
Welcome back to Worthy Road Studio. Here's your kickoff. It's high and taken about the 25-yard line, straight up the middle between the hashes. Makes a beautiful move, still on his feet to the 40-yard line. I believe that was Tunstall on the return. It was. That was Aaron Tunstall, the junior wideout, with a nice return. He'll get up to the 40, return of about 15 yards on that one.
You know, and even their kicks are different, are unique, because they're set up where you would kick the ball if you were a left-footed kicker. He's kicking that with his right foot. When they do it again, watch. He's kicking it with his right foot. Hopefully they don't do it again this game.
Please stop touching me. Here we go. 1st and 10 for the Bruins from their own 40-yard line. Pettigrew from the gun, Finch to his left, Twins to your left. Single wide receiver. That's Davis Sane to your right. Straight up the middle, that's Kevin Finch. A blast off right tackle up to midfield. That should be enough for a Thompson and Smith first down, and it will be. Kevin Finch continue to have success in between the tackles.
You know, one of the things you'll see here as this game goes on, USJ's line is so much bigger and is really winning that war most every snap. I think they'll start leaning on this line defense.
1st and 10 for the Bruins. Pettigrew from the gun. Here's the snap. Gives to Finch, this time off right tackle, still running on his feet, down to the 40, 35, 30, still on his feet, and all the way down to the, let's see where they spot that, the 10-yard line. It looked like it was going to go down a couple of times. Instead, he runs it for about 40 yards off of right tackle, more than enough for a Thompson and Smith first down.
You'll see Raleigh Seals open up that hole just about 10, 15 yards ago there, but that whole opening, he took out 2 defenders there. All of that was opened up for Finch there by Seals.
And they'll say he stepped out, or he was taken down around the 11, so the Bruins can conceivably pick up a first down inside the 1-yard line. It is not first and goal. And Davis Sane is going to have to come out of the game. I think this might be an equipment issue maybe.
Think so. I didn't see any helmets come off, so I can't imagine it's that.
Yeah, checking into the game for the Bruins is Mills Terry.
Mills, another big, tall kid. You know, not quite as tall as Davis Sane yet, but feel like he could get there.
You know, of course, this is always Finch territory, but in this area, it's also Raleigh Seals territory. He's had a lot of success inside the red zone. Here we go. Pettigrew from the gun gives it to Finch, kicks it off left tackle, and is able to pick up about 3 yards down to the 8-yard line, setting up 2nd and 7 for the Bruins from the Lakeway 7-yard line.
And I'll tell you what, if Caleb Davis doesn't make that tackle there, Finch is taking that all the way to the end zone. You'll see him beat his man here. Davis just comes around.
Yeah, I thought he'd gotten too far inside right there, but he can't. You know, Sawyer did a great job pushing his man back, and that backer just went right behind him, was able to pick it up, because you're right. If he doesn't, Finch is going to cruise into the end zone. Here we go. Pettigrew from the gun, Twins to the right, Finch to his right as well. Here's the snap, the give to Finch, has to cut back outside after pressure, still on his feet, rumbling, stumbling, and into the end zone for a Garrett Plumbing and Heating touchdown. Kevin Finch from 7.
Kevin Finch has got to be the class of running backs in Region 2 Single A. I just have not seen anybody who runs the ball like he does.
That would be Division 2 Single A.
That would I say Region 2? I meant to say Division 2. My apologies.
All right, on for the extra point this time is English. The snap, the hold are both good. The kick is as well. And your brand new score with 7:10 left to go here in the first half from Kirkland Field. USJ 14 and Lakeway Christian 6 on Worthy Road Studios.
King Jewelers is not your typical run-of-the-mill jewelry store. Grover is a certified jeweler with 35 years experience. This isn't just a jewelry store. It's an iconic symbol of love. How far would you go for love? King Jewelers, 16B Conrad Drive, Jackson.
Brooksy's Barn, locally owned and operated for 40 years in Jackson. Huge Southern buffet at its finest, or choose our drive-through window service. Look over our beautiful lake and enjoy a great meal. Come on by. We are sure you will enjoy our friendly staff and great selection of food that we have, from pork, fish, beef, chicken, not to mention lots of veggies. We also have a fantastic salad bar and a selection of scrumptious desserts. Y'all come.
And welcome back. We've got some scores that are starting to trickle in from around West Tennessee. Mr. Chiquita will give you those here in just a few minutes. In the meantime, English is getting ready to kick off.
Haywood County does lead South Gibson 13-0 at the end of the first quarter.
I would bet my money on English getting this one into the end zone. What do you think?
I think he could.
But he doesn't try to. He just kind of chips it, and it takes a big bounce and taken down at the 8-yard line by Lakeway Christian. Nothing doing, and he is absolutely popped by a host of Bruin defenders that time. I think Aaron Tunstall leading the way along with number 15, Ben Melton.
Yeah, well, I saw number 6, Christian Melton, in there as well. So it's a melting pot, if you will.
Boo. Boo. Yeah, that was Tunstall that laid the hit after watching the replay. That was Aaron Tunstall who returned the last kickoff and now makes a tackle on the next one.
Dyersburg's up 14-0 against Ripley.
All right, here we go. Let's see if Lakeway Christian has an answer. USJ leading 14-6 with 7:01 left to go here in the first half. Little play action and a pass to the left side, flat, short pass. Not much doing, maybe 2 yards that time. Complete to Jesse Stump. In quarterback on this drive, Levi Martin. I got to watch on every play because they will rotate quarterbacks by the play.
Union City is up 7-0, taking advantage of the starting quarterback for the Chargers
Martin
being out. The Bulldogs lead Obion County 14-7.
All right, here we go. 2nd and 8 for the Lions. 3 wide receiver set. It's twins to your right. That's Levi Martin in the game right now. And the big back right next to him. Who is that back right now? Is that 7? Is that Benjamin Carroll? Here we go. High snap taken down. It's actually Jackson trying to string it out on the short side. Nothing doing. That time USJ in perfect position. That is Noah Spencer on the tackle and run support. He'll get about 3 or 4 on the gain, and that'll set up 3rd down and about 5 for the Lions from their own 25-yard line.
Noah Spencer makes a good job, gets a good read, comes off really well here. Nice tackle. Nowhere to go there.
All right, let's see what Lakeway Christian has here on 3rd and 5. What you don't want to have to do is punt into this win because that Bruin running game is extremely hot right now. 14-6, Lakeway trailing USJ. Here's Jackson in motion and now coming set to the line. Looked like he got off a little bit early and now under pressure and taken down. Guess who? Ladies and gentlemen, Riley Seals is having a season in one half of football. It's a big sack, an 8-yard loss, and sets up 4th and 13 for the Lions. And Raleigh Seals continues to dominate this football game.
This may be the most dominant defensive performance that we have seen by any single Bruin all year. Ty O'Neill's had some games where he's closed everything down, but Seals he's behind the snap.
Boy, that was an olay of 2 blockers. They olayed and served their quarterback up on that one. Barksdale at the Lakeway 46-yard line. Here's the punt, a low punt that will hit about the 35. Takes a Lakeway Christian bounce And right there by the Bruins, who don't see the fact that the ball is creeping up behind them, and they've come up with the football. However,
they're calling that Bruins ball. I didn't know if it hit a Bruin or not. I mean, you heard
it was hard
the
to tell from
trying
here.
to yell. Yeah, maybe if we can check it out on the replay as that ball's chasing him down. You see he's just down there blocking. Horton's just down there blocking, doing what he's supposed to.
He has no idea the ball is behind him rolling.
The ball's just coming at him almost like it's on a magnet.
Yeah, because that ball's actually about a 15, 20-yard pump, but then rolled. Not a lot of bounce, but just literally a roll in it. It made a beeline for Horton, but the Bruins will retain possession at straight-up midfield, leading 14-6 with 4:43 left to go here in the first half. And we have a stoppage in play. Don't know exactly what this is about. Has something to do with the Lakeway. I don't know if they're talking to the coach, if he's upset about something or what the situation is.
Yeah, we got a flag down on the Lakeway sideline.
Let's see what we've got. Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Lakeway coach. You just simply cannot do that. I mean, I understand the frustration, but you just gave USJ the football at the 35-yard line. Thad Wells, I'm assuming it's Thad Wells, could have been one of the assistants, don't know. But nonetheless, they gift-wrapped at USJ. Amazing field position. Bruins, 8-point lead, and now will start this drive at the Lakeway 35-yard line. Pettigrew from the gun, Finch to his right, looking for Seals. And finds Seals at the 20. The 10, still on his feet, breaks a tackle, carrying line, still on his feet, and just outside the 5-yard line. That's a 30-yard pickup from senior to senior, Pettigrew to Seals, and more than enough for a Thompson and Smith first down.
You'll see a nice touch pass here again by Pettigrew, and you think Seals, you think they're trying to feed him to reward him for his good half that he's had defensively, his great half.
Yeah, and that was a nice wheel route, and holding on. The defensive back had to hold on to the leg till he got a little help. First and goal for the Bruins. Here is a give to Finch, straight up the middle, driving, turning, and will pick up about a yard or so just inside the 5-yard line. We'll call it 2. Second and goal from the 4-yard line for your Bruins.
Yeah, Lakeway Christian sniffed that one out there. They knew where this play was going. Seals does make a good block and gets a good push, but just a whole lot of handful of jersey there trying to bring Finch down.
Second and goal for the Bruins. I don't see Davis Sane back in the game just yet. We'll see what we can find out there. Second and goal. Here's a give to Finch. Needs a block. Gets it from his offensive lineman. It's a race to the pylon, and it is a race that tell me something, Mr. Official, and he say, touchdown Bruins. Kevin Finch with his second touchdown of the quarter. We have a flag on the play. On the other side here down by the USJ sideline.
Helmet came off early, I'm afraid, in celebration. I think that's what they saw here after Finch did it. What a great block by Rory Jones to set up that run by Finch there. But, yeah, he removed his helmet. I saw that, too.
My boy's hair.
He didn't even
tough, man.
He didn't even mean to take his helmet off. I mean, I didn't even know they called it.
Like a Primus video. All right, let's see what we've got. The touchdown is good. Mm-hmm. That much we know after the play. Unsportsmanlike conduct on Lakeway Christian. It's either on both because he pointed to both directions. I think he may have made the wrong call at first, and I think that it might be on the Bruins.
That is
correct. We'll do this on the, I would assume, on the kickoff.
Can he not do it on the extra point?
I don't. Where's my man Martin? I don't think so. I think that goes on the kickoff.
Okay, yeah, looks like it.
And into the game for the extra point, that is Cooper Sykes. The snap, the kick, beautiful, right down the middle. Man. And with 3:39 left to go in the first half, your new score, USJ 21 and Lakeway Christian 6 on Worthy Road Studios.
The name you can count on. Carlock Automotive, Van Drive, Jackson.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Thompson & Smith, the area's premier independent insurance brokerage, has been serving families and businesses in the region through its founding companies since 1927. With their many insurance company partners, Thompson & Smith provides insurance products for family, home and auto, contractors, retailers, restaurants, manufacturers, medical and dental clinics, as well as any other business or organization seeking quality coverage, risk management expertise and customer-focused service. Call them today to discuss your insurance needs.
.339 left to go here in the first half, and the Bruins now leading 21-6 after Lakeway Christian got the touchdown, had the extra point block, and in a matter of minutes, USJ struck twice and lead by 15. Remember, if Lakeway Christian to come back to win this football game, it would be more points than USJ's given up in a single game all year long. That's the pressure that they keep on you. Here's the kick that hits and splits. That's called the hubby wife. Now, that ball is into the end zone.
A touchback, yeah.
It's a touchback. But right there, it hit around the 22, and both return men looked at each other, and that ball was just like screaming with that wind, and it took a bounce and just shot into the end zone right there for the
penalty
touchback.
didn't hurt a thing now.
Not even a little bit.
The only penalty that hurt, that unsportsmanlike, that's tough. I know you think that ball hit Horton, and so you think that's your ball at the 50. But yeah, that 15 yards there, you just felt it. You felt the wind go out of the sails.
Yeah, you can't play from behind at your own hand, no matter what.
Not against a team like the Bruins.
All right, here we go. Martin from the gun in the pistol formation, play action, going for a man down the sidelines, and it will be broken up by Will Horton. Great inside coverage that time, intended for Ethan West, but Horton was with him step for step. Great coverage by the senior.
I don't know where you throw if you're a passing team, I don't know what your plan is here. You cannot throw the ball to either receiver.
I mean, looked back perfectly, inside position,
It's a great pass.
You really cannot draw up coverage better than that. 2nd and 10.
Horton and Barksdale are they're on them like glue.
No doubt. Here we go. 2nd and 10 for the Lions. Martin from the gun. Jackson to his right. Here's the snap.
There
Martin rolling, and there's going to be a false start. They'll blow this one dead. And what was 2nd and 10 will now be 2nd and 15 for the Lions from their own 15, and they're starting to unravel a little bit here by the pressure from the Bruins.
Jackson took straight off there in a dead sprint. I mean, straight off. He's doing everything he can to get, Barksdale and Horton away from him. But, yeah, you got to wait for the ball snap.
I don't blame him.
I don't either.
I don't blame him. I'd probably want to do the same.
What do you think your 40 time would be right now?
I know what it was in college. Now I don't know that I could run 40 whole yards.
Yeah, like you had to pump your arms to them, like no mall walking. Yeah, no mall walking. You had to really run.
Here we go, Twins to each side, and we've got another whistle here. And what do we got?
It's going to be formation.
Is this a delay of game? It is. It's a delay of game, and the unraveling continues. They'll back it up another 5 yards, and now you have 2nd and 20 into the teeth of this win and trailing by 15. Lakeway gives up another score here. It's going to be a hard way to go for them in that second half. But here we go. Martin standing at his own 5-yard line from the gun, looking to his left, under pressure, loses the football, picked up by an offensive lineman. Now he falls down, but he is able to get that ball just out of the end zone that time. It'll be dead around the half-yard line. I mean, just barely sticking out of the end zone. And, yeah, that ball was actually knocked out of the hands. And would you like to take a guess at who knocked the ball out of Levi Martin's hand?
Well, the only thing I could think of would be either Raleigh Seals or Ty O'Neill.
It was Raleigh Seals.
Yeah.
It was Raleigh who just knocked that ball down. This is one of the best halves of football I've ever seen really anybody have. Now it is 3rd and 30 deep from their own end zone, and it's a duck that is going to go out of bounds, incomplete, and that'll set up 4th down from the quarter-inch line, if you will, and they're going to have to punt this ball.
For a team that's had so much trouble punting the ball, just as it is, into the wind from the half-inch line,
We've seen some crazy things here. Barksdale with an excellent opportunity to get a big return, possibly even a house call, if you will. Even though there are no house calls, or is that what you say?
Yeah, well, there's no parties on Barksdale Cove unless he had no house parties. Unless all of a sudden something big happens, and then there is a house party.
All right, here's the punt. It is a low liner that'll hit about the 20-yard line. Barksdale gets away from it smartly. It will roll to about the 37-yard line of the Lions, and that is where USJ will begin this possession, leading 21-6.
Yeah, 2:37 left. You think we're going to see a whole bunch of Finch here?
I would.
Yeah, it's not broke. Yeah, and that was so important for for Lakeview to get down there and try to score. Because they do get the ball at half. So you would think, gosh, get this in. We get the ball at half. We're down one possession, but USJ is just that defense is so stifling.
They just make you pay for every little mistake.
And the only score they've given up was just off a rare interception by Pettigrew that was that they took down to the 1, backed it up to the 16. That's the only time they've gotten in.
Here we go. Twins to the left. Finch to the left of Pettigrew. Handoff to Finch straight up the middle on his feet and driving all the way down to the 30-yard line. Will pick up 7 yards on first down.
You ever seen like a big weeping willow tree blow in the wind, how it kind of leans with the wind? That's what's happening now at the line of scrimmage in the trenches here. You'll see the Lakeview's just kind of leaning back. USJ's able to lean into them.
See the block by Riley Steele out there?
Riley's playing possessed. 2nd
and 3. Here's the snap. The handoff to Finch off left tackle. Has a huge hole. Still on his feet. Still going and all the way down to the 22-yard line. That'll be a pickup of about 8 yards and set up a first down. And flags come flying in at the end of this one.
I'm afraid that we're going to see a penalty there on my man Roy Jones, but they were all over Finch. The play was dead. They were still on top of him. Roy's sitting there just getting his man up, just getting it clean for him. But, yeah, big flags came in there. Maybe offsetting.
So let's see what we have.
There are multiple flags down. So you have multiple
Mr.
officials.
Whitehat. Unsportsmanlike on USJ. Is that the only one? The answer is yes. It is going to be on the Bruins, and that's going to back it up.
And this is going to sound like I'm a homer here, right? It's going to sound like I'm just doing it because I'm calling this game for the Bruins. They were all over Kevin Finch. He couldn't get up. They were slamming. I mean, all Rory Jones did there was be a good teammate. You hate to ever lose yards, but you can give those yards up.
So back to the original line of scrimmage that this drive started on. It's going to be first down now from the 37-yard line. Actually, it's going to be second. Okay, there they go. Yeah. They made the switch. Yeah, I was a little confused by that. So first down and 10 for the Bruins.
That's a digital marker?
I did. From the 37-yard line. 1:59 left to go here in the first half. Bruins have controlled this second quarter.
What do you like better, the digital or the old school?
At this age, the digital.
Right.
I'm sitting there, I'd be a complete guess if it wasn't for this monitor, for me.
I'm the same way.
At 50, I promise you that. Here we go. Twins to the right. Here's the snap. Pettigrew to Finch. Straight up the middle. Still going and only going to get about 2 or 3 yards this time down to the 34-yard line. 2nd and 7. 1:40 left to go with the clock running. Bruins leading by 15. No particular big hurry.
No, there's no reason to hurry at all. They're going to mark as forward progression. About a 4-yard gain there. But, yeah, no reason to have a particular hurry. We do have a timeout taken by the Bruins now.
Yeah, that'll be their second of the half, and we'll take it with them. Your score with 1:25 left to go in this first half. USJ 21 and Lakeway Christian 6 on Worthy Road Studios.
If you work outside or in a facility with no AC, or you're just struggling with this year's heat wave, it can really take a toll on your body and health. At Live Hydration Drip Spa, we can help you recover with our Beat the Heat special for only $59. Call or visit us online today to set your appointment.
At Nest Realty Jackson, connections and relationships are at the heart of everything we do. We wake up every day with the goal of helping our agents build trust, relationships, and community. Let's connect.
Home furnishings, appliances, bedding, and so much more. Kaufman's. At the Bypass and Oil Well Road in Jackson. Home furnishings for every room in your home. Custom upholstery options too, with professional advice. Major appliances from America's top name brands. Mattresses and bedding accessories. outdoor living, and grilling too. And our fully stocked warehouse helps prevent
All right,
supply
back
chain
here,
delays.
2nd and 7 for the
Kaufman's,
Bruins
for your
from
life.
the 34-yard line of the Lions. Pettigrew with the snap, dropping straight back, looking for the wheel route, has Seals wide open at the 25, 15, 10, and stumbling into the end zone. USJ touchdown. That is a Garrett Plumbing and Heating touchdown on the wheel route, and we have a late flag. Now, this score is going to count because it literally just happened.
I can't imagine it not counting. Raleigh Seals there, nobody around him. Number 6, Martin makes a good business decision before Raleigh goes into the end zone.
And I think this is going to be on the Bruins.
Counts.
Unsportsmanlike.
On the
Bruins. Did he say removing his helmet again? I didn't see what it was.
No, I mean, it was so far down here. We were up in the end zone. The only person I saw down here was Finch getting up and coming
Finch
off.
was not happy when he came off the field.
But he had his
something.
helmet up. He had his helmet on still.
He was angry about something for sure. But a nice wheel route just completely unguarded by the Lions, and
look at this.
Seals does the rest.
Yeah, look at this. I'm not going to really tackle. I'm just going to go in. Yeah,
I don't want none of that. And
no,
it's
no
time
need.
to pay the big man off, and they certainly did there. English in for the extra point. Mr. Whitehat has to pick up the flag, has to go back to the 33
Well,
and
you
pick
gotta
it
keep
up.
the flag.
Yeah, you need to do that.
Never know if you need it again.
And what was a really close game just a few minutes ago has busted wide open, and we are quite okay with that.
Yeah, Bruins have the tendency to do that, don't they?
English for the extra point. Snap, hold, good. The kick as well. And ladies and gentlemen, your new score with 1:13 left to go here in the first half. USJ 28 and Lakeway Christian 6 on Worthy Road Studios.
Buying a home is a major milestone, and at the Bank of Jackson, we want to help you achieve it. Our mortgage specialists can assist you with conventional, VA, FHA, or construction loans, as well as USDA and THDA development loans. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Serving the Jackson area for over 20 years. Carlock Automotive and Drive, Jackson.
Update from that Friendship Christian DCA matchup in the second quarter. Friendship Christian 7 and DCA 7. That'd be Donaldson Christian Academy. Boy, how about at the half in Memphis? Lausanne on top of CPA, 6-0. There's some gangsters in that game.
Yeah, no kidding. What score did I think was interesting a second ago? You
Milan,
made me forget it. Yeah,
O'Brien.
Milan up 28-14 on O'Brien. That's 5 minutes ago. MTCS up 18-7 on Jackson Christian. I don't know if you just said that. I believe you did.
Middle Tennessee Christian, very good football team. Here's English's kick. It's a high kick after the penalty. Marked off. It's going to be taken at the 22-yard line by Jackson. Still on his feet. We have a flag taken down around the 44-yard line, but we do have a flag from behind the play. We'll see what we've got.
If they don't pick this flag up, this will be the third play in a row we've seen a flag.
Does that make you feel?
Mostly cold. I mean, I don't know if anybody's checked the temperature, but keep them things in your pockets, guys.
I almost wore shorts tonight. God, that would have been a tragic mistake.
All right, it's going to be against the
hole.
Lions. Yeah, I can see it too.
At least it wasn't a block in the back. That drives me insane on a kickoff. Not that it's any better, but
they're not supposed to hold.
Yeah, they frown on that. Be back to the 25-yard line. Let's see what Lakeway Christian tries to do here. Remember, they do get the ball to start the third quarter. You'd think, down 22, all bets are off. You're going for it. 5 wide receiver set. Trips to the left, twins to your right. That is Jackson in the gun all by himself, looks to his right, going for that hash route, and just out of the outstretched arms, only got a hand on it, intended for Jesse Stump, but outstanding coverage that time. I believe that was Noah Spencer on the coverage.
That's definitely Noah Spencer on the coverage, and that was the only thing you can do against this secondary of USJ is to throw a ball a little bit long and hope that your receiver can stretch out enough to get it, because you cannot hit them in stride.
Boy, step-for-step coverage, right?
It's just unbelievable.
Of course, Lakeway has to be careful here, too, because if USJ gets a crack at this thing, they can score in bunches and quickly. All right, swing pass to the wide side, flat, going nowhere. That's Jackson taken down. If I made you guess off the top of your head who tracked him down and made that 2-yard loss, would you say Raleigh Seals? If you would, you'd be absolutely correct. There is nothing this young man hasn't done tonight. This is as impressive a performance of high school football, a complete football game, as I've seen out of one player in a long, long time. Now, his whole team's playing well, but what Raleigh's doing tonight is transcendent, man. This is as good as it gets. Now, 25 seconds and that clock is running, and smartly Lakeway Christian's not going to do anything about that. Now, there is 9 seconds difference between the game clock and the play clock, so we'll see how the Bruins attempt to handle this one. And Lakeway calls a timeout, lets it run out all the way down to 1 second and calls a timeout. So 8 seconds left to go in the first half. Now, it's third down, so they should be able to run this clock out. USJ does have 2 timeouts. They could call a timeout, but, I mean, between this and then a punt, you got to think that's going to run out the 8 seconds.
No, I agree completely with that. I think that's exactly what's going to happen there. Raleigh Seals, going back to him, he's had a touchdown reception tonight. Unbelievable blocking. He's forced fumble tonight, caused forced fumble. Has he had 2? I bet he's had 10 tackles, a couple of sacks. I mean, I've never seen anything like it.
He's approaching close to 100 yards already because he's got 2 big plays,
right,
including that 34-yard touchdown from Pettigrew on the previous score for the Bruins. All right, here we go. Twins to each side for Martin from the gun. They're at their own 22-yard line with 8 seconds left to go. Here's the snap. Martin looking on the slant. It's completed and still on his feet. Breaks the tackle. Still on his feet into Bruin territory. It's a sprint and finally taken from behind. That's Jackson and brought down. See if we can get the number on that tackle. I couldn't tell. Was it
Barksdale was coming in there. I don't know if he's the one that made the tackle. I lost him kind of in the glaze of the lights, but I know, of course, he was in there.
Everybody holding their collective breaths to see if we can find George Tennyson as he is going to talk with head coach Michael Strapp.
Coach, uncharacteristic few mistakes. 28-6, still a lot of great effort on both sides of the ball. What's your thoughts?
Well, I mean, offensively we had 2 bad series right there, and we got some uncharacteristic penalties defensively right there with our helmets coming off. Kevin was throwing up and took his off, but they threw that on there. But we've got to tighten it up a little bit and play a little bit better in the second half.
Yeah. Like I said, thoughts on second half. You're going to probably have a little chat with you guys there. Huh?
Yeah, I mean it's a 0-0 game. That's a good football team right there, and they play physical, and we've got to tighten.
Best of luck second half, Coach. We'll see you. Thank you. Back to you guys up top.
George, thank you so much, my friend, and to Coach Michael Strapp. Your score at the half, the USJ Bruins leading Lakeway Christian 28-6. We will take this timeout, and we'll come back and do the halftime show and take a look around what's going around West Tennessee in high school football, the playoffs. We are in the quarterfinals in Division II and in the second round into Division I, and we'll get you updated on that score as well as some thoughts from Chuck on what he saw in the first half. So if you're just tuning in, USJ leading at the half over Lakeway Christian 28-6 on Worthy Road Studios.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care and let your smile say it all.
This could be a true story. On October 3rd, a 2003 hatchback struck and killed a deer that goes by the name Buck. I know, right? He now has Buck's head proudly displayed on his living room wall. He tells a different story.
Shot it.
No, he didn't.
And to hide his lie, he took his car to Mitchell's body shop.
No, I didn't.
Yes, he did. And lucky for him, they made it look good as new. And as for Buck, the story continues.
Championship DNA. That's what you find at Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way. A full line of new Chevrolets plus West Tennessee's largest used car inventory. State-of-the-art service work and pre-approved auto loans online at JonesChevroletHumboldt.com. Shop with a winner. Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Thompson & Smith, the area's premier independent insurance brokerage, has been serving families and businesses in the region through its founding companies since 1927. With their many insurance company partners, Thompson & Smith provides insurance products for family, home and auto, contractors, retailers, restaurants, manufacturers, medical and dental clinics, as well as any other business or organization seeking quality coverage, risk management expertise and customer-focused service. Call them today to discuss your insurance needs.
Turn to the experts. Since 1955, Garrett Plumbing and Heating has been the leader in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service and installation for West Tennessee. A proud supporter of USJ Bruin Athletics, we are your local Carrier Factory authorized dealer. Call Garrett Plumbing and Heating 668-3339 for all of your plumbing, heating, and air needs.
Serving the Jackson area for over 20 years. Carlock Automotive and Drive, Jackson.
This is how we Friday night. How do you Friday night?
This is how we Friday night.
This is how we Friday night.
This is how we Friday night.
No matter how you Friday night, you always win at Kaufman's.
Hey, this is Chuck Walker with Southeastern Termite and Pest Control. If you live in West Tennessee, you have a need for the services we offer. We treat for all types of pests, including bed bugs, brown recluse spiders, and other hard-to-treat pests. You don't have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to encapsulate a crawl space. Give us a call to hear how to achieve the same thing and save thousands. Southeastern Termite and Pest Control can handle all of your termite and pest control needs, wood fungus and moisture barriers, real estate closing letters, and so much more. Southeastern, 731-660-1052.
At Alive Hydration Drip Spa, we offer top-of-the-line IV nutritional therapy, which has a wide variety of health benefits. From immune system boosters and skin care, fatigue, energy, and even hangover relief, you can be sure we have an IV blend that's right for you. All of our blends are administered by one of our experienced nurses in a spa setting to ensure you leave feeling re-energized and refreshed. Give us a call or visit our website to book your appointment today. We have what it takes to make you feel alive again at Alive Hydration Drip Spa.
The most important benefit when you buy from Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way? Peace of mind. Jones Chevrolet's warranty forever comes with every qualifying new and pre-owned vehicle. Powertrain coverage for as long as you own your vehicle. Find out more at Jones Chevrolet in Three-Way.
At Arrington Funeral Directors, we accept all pre-arranged funerals. So you may have pre-arranged your funeral in this town with another funeral home or even in another state, but we accept all pre-arranged funerals because we're here to serve families.
We realize you have a busy lifestyle, and at the Bank of Jackson, we're here to help you fulfill all of your financial needs, personal and business loans, mortgages, online banking and bill pay, and so much more. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Turn to the experts. Since 1955, Garrett Plumbing and Heating has been the leader in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service and installation for West Tennessee. A proud supporter of USJ Bruin Athletics, we are your local Carrier Factory authorized dealer. Call Garrett Plumbing and Heating 668-3339 for all of your plumbing, heating, and air needs.
can count on. Carlock Automotive, Van Drive, Jackson.
Turn to the experts. Since 1955, Garrett Plumbing and Heating has been the leader in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service and installation for West Tennessee. A proud supporter of USJ Bruin Athletics, we are your local Carrier Factory authorized dealer. Call Garrett Plumbing and Heating 668-3339 for all of your plumbing, heating, and air needs.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
The most important benefit when you buy from Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way? Peace of mind. Jones Chevrolet's warranty forever comes with every qualifying new and pre-owned vehicle. Powertrain coverage for as long as you own your vehicle. Find out more at Jones Chevrolet in Three-Way.
King Jewelers is not your typical run-of-the-mill jewelry store. Grover is a certified jeweler with 35 years experience. This isn't just a jewelry store. It's an iconic symbol of love. How far would you go for love? King Jewelers, 16B Conrad Drive, Jackson.
Football is here. Get touchdown savings at McCoy's Heating and Air. Cooler weather is coming. Tackle the season ahead with McCoy's and be comfortable this season. To get your furnace ready, we are now offering one-time cleaning for only $90. Score big! Call McCoy's and schedule your $90 cleaning today. Call 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com. McCoy's Heating and Air, Jackson's most trusted team of technicians.
This is how we Friday night. How do you Friday night?
This is how we Friday night.
This is how we Friday night.
This is how we Friday night.
No matter how you Friday night, you always win at Kaufman's.
Serving the Jackson area for over 20 years. Carlock Automotive, Van Drive, Jackson.
At Alive Hydration Drip Spa, we offer top-of-the-line IV nutritional therapy, which has a wide variety of health benefits. From immune system boosters and skin care, fatigue, energy, and even hangover relief, you can be sure we have an IV blend that's right for you. All of our blends are administered by one of our experienced nurses in a spa setting to ensure you leave feeling re-energized and refreshed. Give us a call or visit our website to book your appointment today. We have what it takes to make you feel alive again at Alive Hydration Drip Spa.
Lifestyle Vision, located at Thompson Farms, offers patient-centered comprehensive eye exams. Select your new look with our latest styles from exclusive brands. Come see us Monday through Friday 8 to 5 or schedule an appointment anytime online. Lifestyle Vision, where compassion meets commitment.
Serving the Jackson area for over 20 years. Carlock Automotive, Van Drive, Jackson.
For anyone contemplating pre-planning, we can tell you from our experience, it's much easier to make funeral plans and record them now than wait until emotions are running at their highest.
With pre-planning, you can free your mind and heart from having to make big decisions during a time of grief and instead enjoy the freedom to focus on the memories of a life well lived.
Hey, this is Chuck Walker with Southeastern Termite and Pest Control. If you live in West Tennessee, you have a need for the services we offer. We treat for all types of pests, including bed bugs, brown recluse spiders, and other hard-to-treat pests. You don't have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to encapsulate a crawl space. Give us a call to hear how to achieve the same thing and save thousands. Southeastern Termite and Pest Control can handle all of your termite and pest control needs, wood fungus and moisture barriers, real estate closing letters, and so much more. Southeastern, 731-660-1052.
Tired of being seen and not heard? At Lifestyle Vision, we believe in patient-centered quality eye care for West Tennessee, which is why we are locally owned and operated. Come see us Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, or schedule an appointment anytime online. Lifestyle Vision, where compassion meets commitment.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
For anyone contemplating pre-planning, we can tell you from our experience, it's much easier to make funeral plans and record them now than wait until emotions are running at their highest.
With pre-planning, you can free your mind and heart from having to make big decisions during a time of grief and instead enjoy the freedom to focus on the memories of a life well lived.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
Serving the Jackson area for over 20 years. Carlock Nissan and Carlock Prestige, the name you can count on. Carlock Automotive, Van Drive, Jackson.
Hey, this is Chuck Walker with Southeastern Termite and Pest Control. If you live in West Tennessee, you have a need for the services we offer. We treat for all types of pests, including bed bugs, brown recluse spiders, and other hard-to-treat pests. You don't have to spend thousands and thousands of dollars to encapsulate a crawl space. Give us a call to hear how to achieve the same thing and save thousands. Southeastern Termite and Pest Control can handle all of your termite and pest control needs, wood fungus and moisture barriers, real estate closing letters, and so much more. Southeastern, 731-660-1052.
And welcome back to Kirkland Field here on the campus of USJ at Carlock Nissan Stadium. My name is Seabass alongside Chuck Walker. Your score at the half, it's all Bruins. They lead 28-6 over a very game Lakeway Christian, and we want to say hi to all our friends again in East Tennessee listening and watching Worthy Road Studios. Very much appreciate that. I know you like the opportunity to be able to watch your lines for those who could not make it out. And same thing for our Bruins fan. Oh, yeah,
good crowd from
sure.
East Tennessee.
And the Bruins, even though it's chilly to the bone here in Jackson, great crowd tonight here in the quarterfinal matchup between Lakeway Christian Lions and your USJ Bruins.
Do you think they're spending the night? Or do you think they're going home?
I don't know.
Because it'd be late. That's a long drive, and you lose an hour.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I don't know. I guess I could call somebody and try to find out. But so let's talk about it. Let's take a look at this. After 24 minutes of play, the Bruins lead by 22. Lakeway will get the ball to start the third quarter. But your impressions of the first 24?
Well, okay, so Lakeway gets the ball starting third quarter. They're going to be going with the wind, which will be a good thing for them. But this game's kind of playing out like I thought. The Bruins are so good. What did I say, 44-14? I'm going to stick with that. I think that's still going to be – we're going to land somewhere around there. USJ is just such a dominant team, and they lean on you and lean on you. That line is so good. And Raleigh Sills, I don't know what happened to him before this game. He's had a heck of a season anyway, heck of a career here at USJ. But this is the best I've ever seen him or just about any high school athlete look when it comes to just piling up the stats and affecting the game.
Yeah, Kevin Finch having his usual good football game. Berkeley Pettigrew had the one interception early in this football game, but it's certainly atoned for that and then some. He's had a magical season this senior season for Berkeley Pettigrew. In the trenches doing their thing defensively. You know, Lakeway's completed a couple passes in between the hash and really know what to do afterwards. But other than that, USJ, I thought, especially with that front seven, has done a good job controlling this football game.
Yeah, they have. And this is what they do. Jace Barksdale, Will Horton, and Noah Spencer. Their coverage is just, it's offensive how good it is. It literally, they could wear the same jersey as the guy that they're on. They're that good in coverage, and they have been all year long. This is going to be 8 teams left. Yeah. It's hard for me to live in a world of thinking USJ's not one of the final 2.
Well, if we'll see what happens. That's an undefeated Friendship Christian. Of course, they still have to get by DCA. We'll get you an update on the scoreboard in just a minute. Nashville Christian is very good as well. Some scores from around West Tennessee in playoff football. Dresden trailing Fayetteville. And, of course, that undefeated Fayetteville team, everybody's kind of anticipating a Fayetteville-McKenzie matchup, but there are other good teams out there. But Fayetteville leading Dresden at the half, 14-3. Riverside leading Mount Pleasant. That's a great game. This was in the second. Riverside leading Mount Pleasant. Mount Pleasant, a one-loss team on the season, the Tigers. And it's Riverside. Coach Frost, this is the time of year when they really step up. They lead 12-7. Second quarter score. Hardin County giving Pearl Cone a fight tonight in the second quarter in Nashville. They trail the Firebirds 14-7. In that one, Adamsville playing a tough Lewis County team on the road, trailing 21-0 in the second quarter. As we mentioned, the battle of the Tigers, Marshall County and Lexington. This one in Lexington, knotted up at 7 at the half. McKenzie doubling up Moore County, 28-14 at the half. Moore County scored first, but since then it's been a 28-7 run by the Rebels. They're undefeated. They lead 28-14 at the half. More scores for you. Covington, the Chargers leading Millington 21-0. That's a second quarter score. Dyersburg trying to get to the third round with a 22-0 lead over the Ripley Tigers. Let's head to Brownsville, Tennessee at the half. Haywood. This almost seems like a good game, because it's 20-0. That juggernaut that is Haywood County, undefeated on the season and really not tested, leading South Gibson 20-0 at the half.
Who's their biggest test? Who's Haywood's biggest test?
To this point, or to win a state title?
To win a state title.
Greenville
is it.
Yes, Greenville.
So do you think they're on a collision course?
I know they are. Yeah, they are. They are on a collision course for the 4A title. I mean, not to leave anybody out. There's some still good teams out there. Teams like Pearl Cone, Hardin County, Lexington, Marshall County, Elizabethton, who's in a dogfight right now, but nobody's better than Greenville and Haywood. I mean, those are easily the two best teams in 4A. In 5A, Henry County, they beat Portland 47-0 at Portland 2 weeks ago. Now they're hosting them in the second round of the playoffs, and they lead the Panthers 42-0. That Henry County team, they lost those first two games. They have not looked back since. Milan doubling up Obion 28-14 at the half. At the half at Walter Kilzer Stadium, it's Trenton Peabody leading BTW out of Memphis 28-6. Union City and Westview at the half 7-0. We told you Westview would be without their quarterback. Last time these two teams played about a month and change ago, it was 47 points for Westview. When it was all said and done, they won 47-20. At the half, Union City 7, Westview 0. And that's exactly the way that Union City wants to play that game.
Yo, absolutely.
No doubt about that.
Absolutely. Yeah, take the air out of the ball completely.
Hey, I'm going to tell you who has really made a resurgence, and that's the Bartlett Panthers. The Bartlett Panthers are a very good football team. They lead Brentwood High 14-0 in the second quarter. That's the same Brentwood team who knocked off Henry County, by the way. Huntington leading Fairleigh. Fairleigh's undefeated, but this is a mismatch. The Mustangs in Memphis tonight leading Fairleigh 28-0. Boy, what a game it is tonight in Germantown. Houston and Germantown, those old rivals. A couple of 9-2 teams in the second. Germantown leading Houston 10-7. Mace out of Memphis undefeated, a juggernaut as well, and a team you should not leave out. They are 16-0 on top of Lake County. That was a first half score, actually. Munford undefeated. Munford trailing Springfield. We knew this was going to be a great game. Springfield, the Yellow Jackets in Munford, leading the Cougars 7-0 at the half. More scores for you coming down the line. Second quarter score still 7-7 DCA and Friendship Christian. Lipscomb Academy in the first quarter against a very good 8-3 Silverdale team. Lipscomb leads 35-0 in the first quarter. I mean, there's not a better football team in the state of Tennessee than the Lipscomb Academy Mustangs, coached by former NFL quarterback and Super Bowl champion Trent Dilfer. Don't have a score on Nashville Christian and Trinity. Have you?
I have not heard. Update? No, I have not heard about that one.
Okay. And at last week, the last update we had was 18-6. Jackson Christian was trailing.
Trailing 18-6.
18-6, 18-7, one of those two. They were trailing to Middle Tennessee Christian And that is a look at your scoreboard for playoff football here in Jackson, Tennessee. My name is Seabass, alongside my partner in crime, Chuck Walker. We are just minutes away from the start of the third quarter. USJ leading 28-6 over Lakeway Christian. Win this game tonight, Chuck. Hold on. Protect a 22-point lead for the next 24 minutes, and the Bruins will be one win away from playing for a state championship.
You know, and that's what you're thinking right now. You got a whole other half to go, obviously, against a team that's got a ton of tricks up their sleeves. You can tell that, right?
Yeah, they're fun to watch.
If anybody was going to come back and make this thing interesting, you'd think that, they could at least have the, draw up the plays to do it. But, yeah, USJ they look locked in. You know how we felt weird in that Trinity game, and in the Harding game you didn't learn anything. You didn't know if he got better. You didn't feel like he got better.
Right.
And then in a bye week, the only thing you can do is practice. So this is probably what USJ needed, because they look like they're firing on all cylinders.
Well, here's what I'd say, because this is comparable to the Trinity game, and I think these two teams are comparable, Trinity and Lakeway. I would take Trinity, but maybe just barely, or maybe I wouldn't. I don't know.
This offense is tough to deal with.
But if you remember, USJ came off a bye in that Trinity game.
It
took a minute to get going through an interception on that first possession. Took them a little bit to get going.
Very similar to this.
They hung up 48. Same thing here. And then they started to pull away, especially later on in that third quarter. Let's see if that mimics the Trinity game, because remember, the Bruins had a first-round bye. And if you think about it, haven't really played meaningful football in 3 weeks back at St. George in Cordova, because, that Harding game, you weren't getting anything out of that.
No.
Other than reps.
Right. Yeah, and it's tough to get better in that game. You know what I mean? It's just not what you want to see.
Yeah, you could have played your third team, and you would have had the third team for USJ. I would take over Harding Academy. That's no offense, but that's where they're at with that. So they haven't played meaningful football in about 3 weeks, but you can really tell that they are starting to get their stride once again as that first half went on. So we are ready for third quarter action. Here we go, Chiquita. 24 minutes to the semis if they can hold on. Drew English, by the way, just a freshman. Heck of a right leg.
Heck of a leg. And I really like this little low liner squib thing that he does here lately.
Let's see, which is what he did. That thing bounced hard. It did hit a player. Now taken at the 20 by Stump, straight up the middle. Big return, still on his feet, and all the way up to we'll call that the 42-yard line. Outstanding position, field position for the Lions to start this third quarter.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw who's in on the tackle, but watch this replay here. That's your man, number 9, the freshman. Coming in on it, boom, right there, laying the lumber is Drew English. Then he gets up. The kicker laying the lumber there. Just a freshman, number 9.
Of course, he gets
up and tells him about it, too.
He plays on defense.
He does. He comes in on second team, hits hard.
Yeah, he is not afraid of contact. All right, here we go as we start the third quarter. Lakeway Christian with the football. Here's a man in motion. That's Jackson. He's going to be cut down after about a yard gain to the 43-yard line. By the way, in the start the third quarter, that's Lowton Potts, the junior quarterback, starting it off. He and Levi Martin have been rotating throughout this football game. Second, and they'll give them 2. They'll call it 2nd and 8 for the Lions from their own 44-yard line. Now here's a 4 wide receiver set to the short side, almost in a diamond formation, if you will. Of course, don't forget, your man right here is absolutely eligible. He is not covered up. You have to keep your eye on that. Here we go. Hutz from the gun. Here's the snap, calling his own number. A quarterback draws straight up the middle, and he'll go not very far. Fall forward for about a yard, does Potts on second down, setting up third, and we'll call it a long 7 for Lakeway Christian.
Are you in 4-down territory here if you're Lakeway Christian?
I don't think
the rest
so.
of the game? You're 22. You're down 22. That's just 3 scores.
Yeah, not with 2 minutes gone in the third quarter. No, if they are unable to get this, for me, if you're asking me, I would punt that football. All right, here we go. Potts from the gun. Jesse Stump to his left. 3 wide receivers. 2 in the slot. Now in constant motion. This is fun, hard to keep up with. And now it becomes a 5-wide receiver set, and we have a whistle, and somebody's going to call a timeout. That would be Lakeway Christian.
Yep.
Lakeway Christian with their first timeout of the half. We'll take it with them. Your score with 10:15 left to go here in the third quarter. USJ 28 and Lakeway Christian 6 on Worthy Road Studios.
King Jewelers is not your typical run-of-the-mill jewelry store. Grover is a certified jeweler with 35 years experience. This isn't just a jewelry store. It's an iconic symbol of love. How far would you go for love? King Jewelers, 16B Conrad Drive, Jackson.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time while I work full-time.
Here we go, 3rd down and 7, looking for a man down the left sideline and through the hands of Jesse Stump. He was covered by Barksdale. Make that Spencer and had a step, and the ball just goes through the hands of Stump here on 3rd down. That was an outstanding throw. That was Martin on the throw, just throws it right over the coverage, and Stump can't bring it in. That was actually Spencer on the coverage, but incomplete. And the Lions will be forced to punt, and now Barksdale into the game. Back at his own 28-yard line. Here's the snap, the punt, light rush. It's high wobbler that will hit around the 30-yard line, and this time take a Bruin bounce and be blown dead right around the 31-yard line. We'll call it the 31-yard line, where the Bruins will take over 1st and 10, leading by 22 with exactly 10 minutes left to go here in the third quarter and their first possession of the third quarter.
You got to assume you're going to see either a lot of probably a lot of runs and mixed in with some short passes, or just runs on top of runs here to keep this clock moving.
Yeah, Kevin Finch City, baby, 31 all night long. And this USJ offense. Of course, I'd like to see Davis Sane get a little something tonight as well. He's one of my favorite players on this team. Here we go, twins to each side. Here is Pettigrew calling his own number on the read. Has a seam right up the right hash, still on his feet. 40, it's a foot race. 30, 20, and all the way to the Heasy. How about a 70-yard run for a touchdown, a Garrett Plumbing and Heating touchdown by Berkeley Pettigrew, the senior quarterback, flashing those wheels.
He gets quicker as he is going here. You'll see him just shoot right through here. He doesn't run often, but he certainly can when he needs to.
Well, it's a great read by Pettigrew. He saw that edge, dive down to go after Finch, and there was nobody on the right side of that line, or that left side of that line defense, and Pettigrew wins the foot race. The extra point by Sykes is up and good, and your brand new score with 9:47 left to go here in the third quarter. USJ 35 and Lakeway Christian 6 on Worthy Road Studios.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital. I put out a forest fire. I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives and led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time while I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Championship DNA. That's what you find at Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way. A full line of new Chevrolets plus West Tennessee's largest used car inventory. State-of-the-art service work and pre-approved auto loans online at JonesChevroletHumboldt.com. Shop with a winner. Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way.
Welcome back to Kirkland Field. Here is your kickoff. A high kick, and forget about it. That ball lands in the end zone off the right foot of Drew English, the freshman kicker, and that will be a touchback. An update for you from just down the street. Middle Tennessee Christian in the third quarter leading Jackson Christian 25-14. Also, Munford, who was trailing 7-0, now trailing 17-0. The Yellow Jackets stinging Munford, threatening to squash that undefeated Cougar season. So the Lions will begin their second possession here of the third quarter from their own 20-yard line. And Martin back in at quarterback. He's got Jackson to his left. Here's some play action. Look for that seam route up the middle, and it is incomplete. Well, he had Stump right there, and if it's a good pass, that might be 6 right there. They are trying to work that left hash, and they had something there, but they could not connect. They're going into the wind there. But a good job of protection. Martin fires it. He has a step. If he's able to haul that in, it could be a foot race to the end zone.
Yeah, Horton's the only one that could catch him there if that were to happen. But now, no harm, no foul.
Yeah, let's see. Here we go. Constant motion by this offense. Keep you working and guessing all the time. All right, going for it again. This time down the right hash, overshooting his man intended for Stump again. That time double coverage. Noah Spencer and I believe Alex Wallace was arriving there on the scene just as that ball got there. So outstanding coverage by the Bruins, setting up 3rd and 10 for the Lions from their own 20, and they need this one.
He chose to throw in a double coverage there because Jace Barksdale refused to let Riley Martin get off the line, just bumping and going, and Jace outworking him there, right there at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, working these seam routes, so we'll see what the Lions have in their bag of tricks here on 3rd down. Here's the snap. Martin rolling to his right under pressure. He has a hole if he can get to it, and he'll be forced out of bounds far short of the first down. Only pick up about 3 yards on that one, if that. Looked like he may have had something but didn't. If he turns upfield, he might have an opportunity at that first down. As it is, he'll only gain a yard or two, and it'll be 4th down for the Lions, and they're going to have to punt once again.
Yeah, nowhere for him to go. Jace Barksdale was there. At least running out of bounds stops the clock. So if you're looking at that. But, yeah, 35-6 here, 9:25 left in the third quarter.
Hunter Vaughn on to punt for the Lions. Barksdale at his own 48-yard line. Here's the snap. The punt is low, a wobbler that will hit at about the 43-yard line. Barksdale wanted to. He was itching, but he lets it go, and it'll roll dead at midfield with 9:14 left to go here in the third quarter. And the Bruins now enjoying a 29-point lead.
Barksdale hadn't got to return one all night long. So, he, like you said, he's itching for it. That would have been the wrong time and the wrong decision there to pick that up. So, he wisely but frustratedly leaves it alone.
Barksdale has tasted the end zone. He had the first touchdown of the game on a big connection between he and Berkeley Pettigrew, his lone touchdown of the evening. Been a whole lot of Kevin Finch, sprinkled in with a little Riley Seals, and also that big run by Pettigrew. Here's Pettigrew from the gun. Finch to his left, looking, firing out into the right flat, has his man. That's Jace Barksdale. Should have enough for the first down. He does. It'll be a pickup of about 12 yards. That's a Thompson and Smith first down to the 37, call it 38-yard line of Lakeway Christian.
Watch Davis Sane down here on this block. Boom, he catches it. But he knows his man. He knows Barksdale's going to get around, and Davis Sane just open it up. But gosh, I love watching that guy play.
Which is nothing new. That's what he's been doing all year long. Boy, every team needs one of those for sure. Pettigrew from the gun. Here we go. Straight up the middle. It's a dive to Finch, keeping those feet moving. Offensive lineman push him. Look at this rugby scrum. And 31 is still on his feet, still going, still on his feet. And finally taken down at the 25-yard line. That's going to be a 13-yard pickup and a Thompson and Smith first down. It should have been about a 2-yard gain, but he kept those feet moving. Riley Seals and some of the offensive line push him another 11 yards.
Riley Seals should get credit for half of it. Whatever this gain is, half of it should go on Riley Seals' stat sheet there.
Well, you can tell Seals is really having fun playing this game tonight.
Oh, could you imagine how fun it feels right now for him after his first half?
I'm telling you. 1st and 10 for the Bruins from the Lakeway 25-yard line. Pettigrew from the gun. Here's the snap, looking, has a swing past a Finch, out in the flat, completed, makes a spin move, still on his feet, and finally taken down about the 19-yard line. That's going to be good enough for a 6-yard gain there on first down.
No
the thoughts about that?
Oh, no, I'm sorry. I'm trying to get score updates. I apologize. You told me to go to Twitter.
Oh, for the Nashville Christian.
Yeah, Nashville Christian leads 28-7 over Trinity Christian.
Okay, is that
this was 30 seconds ago, 9 minutes and 20 seconds in the third.
Into the third quarter. That was 28-7, you said?
28 yes, that is correct. 28-7.
So Nashville Christian with the 3-touchdown lead. Trinity and Jackson Christian both having to play from behind. Here's Pettigrew under pressure, rolling to his right, beats the pressure, and actually we'll see if he gets a gain out of this. He might get a yard, half a yard if you will. He easily could have been sacked, but Pettigrew flashing some true wheels. We knew he has the arm, but look at this. Now there's a lot of pressure, gets out of it, rolls around, and is actually able to make something out of nothing there. It'll end up being 3rd and 3 from the Bruins from the 18-yard line. They need the 15 for the first.
So many weapons on this USJ offense. You don't get to see Pettigrew's speed all the time. We saw it their last drive with a 70-yard touchdown scamper by him, but yeah, he's a weapon in himself.
Hadn't been a whole lot of third downs, to be honest with you, for the Bruins. Here we go. Pettigrew with the give to Finch. He's going to be taken down from behind. Never had a chance. That play from behind, backside pursuit. That was number 22, Aiden Dooley, the junior linebacker. That one never had a chance. And this is, you can do a couple things here. You can work on your longer field goals. You're leading by 29. I would imagine they go for it here.
I would think so, yeah. I would definitely go for it. Although you got the wind at your back for a long field goal. Those are fun, but it looks like they're going to go for this one.
Yeah, I mean, a touchdown here. It already seems like calf rope, but another touchdown here, and it would definitely be. So we'll see what happens here. Trips to the left, single wide receiver. That's Davis Sane to the right. Swing pass to Finch once again completed at the 25, the 20, the 15, 10. Gets a block and into the end zone for a Garrett Plumbing and Heating Bruin touchdown. Kevin Finch with his 3rd touchdown, 2 on the ground, 1 through the air, and the Bruins are absolutely rolling.
Yeah, this team right here cannot be stopped. Kevin Finch has got great blocks downfield, but he just walks that one into the end zone.
One of the most complete teams I have seen in a long time in any classification. English, the freshman kicker, on for the extra point, and it is not the prettiest thing you ever seen in your life. Matter of fact, they'll say it is no good. So your brand new score with 6:07 left to go here in the third quarter is USJ 41 and Lakeway Christian 6 on Worthy Road Studios.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care and let your smile say it all.
Football is here. Get touchdown savings at McCoy's Heating and Air. Cooler weather is coming. Tackle the season ahead with McCoy's and be comfortable this season. To get your furnace ready, we are now offering one-time cleaning for only $90. Score big. Call McCoy's and schedule your $90 cleaning today. Call 731-668-7492 or visit airmccoy.com. McCoy's Heating and Air, Jackson's most trusted team of technicians.
Back to Kirkland Field. Here is the kickoff by English. It'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone. A correction on something I said earlier. I was talking with Marty, and there actually is the mercy rule in the playoffs. I did not think it extended to the playoffs, but it does. And for the, 9th time in 11 games, the Bruins are playing in the second half with a running clock. On the good side of that one, they now lead 41-6 over Lakeway Christian. And an update from just down the street, the Eagles have closed in. They now trail Middle Tennessee Christian 25-20 midway through the third.
Update coming out of Johnny Hale Stadium, buying the Rebels with a pick 6. They're now trailing 31-21. Bulldogs still on top of that.
There we go. All right. Looks like Pot in the game at quarterback, and we have a whistle. And we've got to delay a game on the Lions.
Well, that's our second one.
And to start a possession,
20.
that's what will drive you crazy.
That really will.
So 1st and 10 becomes 1st and 15 for the Lions from their own 15-yard line. Potts in the game at quarterback. Jackson in motion. Here's the fake. Potts calling his own number up the middle. He'll get to the 19 for a gain of about 4. 2nd and 11 for the Lions.
I got a late flag coming in now.
We've had a few of those.
Yeah, we have.
Chippiness down there, and let's see, the Bruins, the way they're walking, we'll see. I'm not going to call it. Almost seems as if they acquiesced that it is on them.
Yeah, it definitely is on them. They're walking it off here. Sportsmanlike against the Bruins.
They've. How many is that for them tonight?
More than you'd be comfortable with. I can count 4 in my head, but there may be more than that.
The important stat is at 41 under their name right there on the scoreboard. 41-6, Bruins leading. That was an automatic first down, so ball at the 34-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Lions, trailing 41-6. Here's Potts, play action, rolling to his right, going downfield, and it will be picked off by USJ. Barksdale cutting back across the grain right around midfield, makes another man miss, needs a block, and finally taken down at the USJ 47-yard line. Big pick that time by the junior DB. As you mentioned, there are none of them on that cove, sir.
Yeah.
0.
No parties. No house parties on Barksdale Cove. Not now, not ever. It's closed down. You're grounded. It's not going to happen.
Yeah, and that ball was thrown. He got up in the jet stream against the wind, and that ball just kind of shot way short of its intended target and right into the waiting hands of Jace Barksdale.
And look at the stiff arm. I know the replay's ended now, but go back and rewind it if you're watching this later, if you're not watching this live. Jace Barksdale's got some of the best stiff arms. Him and Finch both. I mean, they're just laying people out. I would not want to be hit by either one of them.
You know, and if you factor in the reads with Pettigrew here, on these runs, on these option reads, man, if I'm scouting this team, I don't know where to begin with this football team. Here we go. Hand off to Finch, bouncing it off to left tackle. Not much doing, maybe a yard, if that. Nice job by the the right side of that Lakeway defense.
Got a flag comes in from the backside here, from the white hat.
Personal foul, face mask. This will be on Lakeway. A lot of mustard for a second-round playoff game.
Tons of mustard. I mean, we had a good 4-play in a row run with the mustard, and now we got a couple here.
I think we may have jinxed it. So that'll be 1st and 10 for the Bruins from the Lion 36-yard line because we are under this running clock. 44 seconds and counting here left to go in the third quarter. I'm not going to pull a Pete Pranica and say hammer, meet nail, meet coffin, but that's where we are at this point. Pettigrew from the gun, Twins to the right. Here's a little play action now, hitting Noah Spencer on the left flat, and the ball is loose, but it goes out of bounds. No harm, no foul after it's all said and done. Should be about a 7-yard gain for the Bruins, and it should be the last play of this quarter.
That was Spencer's first reception of the evening.
Yeah. Hard running by Spencer. Ball gets stripped. Let's see if the Bruins try to get another snap off here. They do, and this play is blown dead. They may not have been set there.
I don't think so. Yeah, we got a flag anyway.
Yeah, it's going to be a false start on the Bruins. Will they have a play here, or will that send us to the fourth?
It's going to. You can't end on a defensive penalty.
And, yes, they're announcing one untimed down here. So this effectively will be the last play of the third quarter on an untimed down. 2nd and we'll call it long 5 for the Bruins from the 31-yard line. And now they're saying no. They're saying now we will go to the fourth quarter, and that's okay with us. 41-6 is your score after 3 quarters of play. The Bruins 12 minutes away from a trip to the state semifinals, leading 41-6 over Lakeway Christian on Worthy Road Studios.
This could be a true story. On October 3rd, a 2003 hatchback struck and killed a deer that goes by the name Buck. I know, right? He now has Buck's head proudly displayed on his living room wall. He tells a different story.
Shot it.
No, he didn't.
And to hide his lie, he took his car to Mitchell's body shop.
No, I didn't.
Yes, he did. And lucky for him, they made it look good as new. And as for Buck, the story continues.
Welcome back to Kirkland Field here at Carlock Nissan Stadium on the campus of the University School of Jackson, where your USJ Bruins are in control of this one, leading 41-6. Of course, we have a running clock here in the fourth quarter because the Bruins are up by 35. Remember, this is the first year of the mercy rule being at 30 instead of 35. Bruins 2nd and 5 from the 33-yard line. Here's Pettigrew rolling to his right and looking for his man, and short hops that ball intended for Jace Barksdale. That'll bring up 3rd and 5 for the Bruins from the Lakeway 31-yard line. Make that the 36. Actually, I believe I had it right the first time. Yeah, that's right. 31-yard line. All right, 3rd and 5 from the 31. Let's see what the Bruins have, leading 41-6. And again, running clock. And by the way, if you're just tuning in, Jackson Christian, who was trailing big, is now within a possession, trailing Middle Tennessee Christian 25-20. TCA was trailing 28-7 midway through the third in Nashville against Nashville Christian. Here we go. Play action, and Pettigrew looking for his man. Seals finds him out on the right side. He's dragging player still on his feet. It's going to be very close to that first down. He needed the 26-yard line, and that's right where he got. We'll see if it's enough. If it's not, you know good and well they're going to go for it. I think it's right there on it. Let's see what they're going to call. They're going to say it is just short, maybe 6 inches, if you will. No measurement, but no matter. USJ is clearly going to go for this. I'm sure Strap could call for a measurement if he wanted to, but the game situation does not dictate that. So the Bruins will go for it. 4th and mere inches with 10:25 left to go in this game. Finch to the left of Pettigrew from the gun. Here's the snap. The give to Finch. Sidesteps the defender. Still on his feet. Carrying defenders all the way inside the 10-yard line. And more than enough for a Thompson and Smith first down. What a game the senior is having. Kevin Finch came into this game over 1,400 yards. Matter of fact, in the regular season, over 1,400 yards rushing. What a gem he has been for this team all season long. The senior having a monster year. 1st and goal for the Bruins from just inside the 10-yard line. Here's Pettigrew looking to his man, finds him connecting at the 8-yard line. That is Barksdale. Cannot shake loose of the defender. That stump, and Barksdale only picks up about 2 yards. 2nd and goal from the Bruins just inside the 8-yard line with 9:30 left to go in this football game, and the Bruins on the doorstep once again. In no particular hurry for the Bruins. This one well in hand. 4 wide receiver set, trips to the right. Pettigrew going for that fade in the back of the end zone, looking for Davis Sane, and he hauls it in. What a beautiful adjustment for the 6'5 senior transferring in from Nashville. A beautiful pass from Berkeley Pettigrew. He was on the left hash. That was a long throw all the way to the other corner of the end zone. Puts just enough air under it, and look at him. Didn't have to high point it, but he's got that reach. Goes up and snags that ball in for the Garrett Plumbing and Heating touchdown. Once again, here's the extra point. That Sykes, it is up, and this one is good. And with 8:40 left to go in this football game, the Bruins now lead 48-6 over Lakeway Christian on Worthy Road Studios.
Brooksy's Barn, locally owned and operated for 40 years in Jackson. Huge Southern buffet at its finest, or choose our drive-through window service. Look over our beautiful lake and enjoy a great meal. Come on by. We are sure you will enjoy our friendly staff and great selection of food that we have, from pork, fish, beef, chicken, not to mention lots of veggies. We also have a fantastic salad bar and a selection of scrumptious desserts. Y'all come.
serving the Jackson area for over 20 years. Carlock Nissan and Carlock Prestige, the name you can count on. Carlock Automotive, Van Drive, Jackson.
Downtown is thriving and the Blacksmith Restaurant is leading the pack. From the rustic dining room to the unmatched patio, eating local with family is what we're about. Live local, eat local, relax local.
You know, and Drew Inglis is probably will have a sore leg. You know,
a lot
he's
of kicking.
been pretty busy this evening, and what a great time for me to get the hiccups.
Oh, good. Again?
Again. This could be fun. English with the worm burner that will be picked up around the 15-yard line by Lakeway Christian, trying to make something happen. Actually slithers through a couple of holes, but no further than the 27-yard line, and that's where Lakeway Christian will begin this possession on that return. Number 19, Josh Pollock, the sophomore defensive back. And Lakeway Christian trying to get something going here in the late stages of this one.
In other news from the 05, Jackson Christian just scored. Pending an extra point or 2-point conversion, they now lead 27-25.
Look at the Eagles, dadgummit, roaring back from behind over Middle Tennessee Christian now with the 2-point lead. And we're going to have us a false start right here on the lines.
Yeah, it's definitely Stump. Stump's just straight up.
Yeah, from that left slot, trying to get a little bit of a head start right there on that particular play. Levi Martin, the junior quarterback, back in for this possession. He's got the big running back, Jackson. What is Jackson listed at? He's a big kid. It's got him listed at 5'10", 170, but that's a rock-solid 170, I can promise you that. So just under 6 minutes left to go. Twins to each side. Martin from the gun. Here's the snap, dropping back, looking, firing down the right sideline, and it is almost picked off that time. Is that Spencer?
Yeah,
that's
that
Noah Spencer.
deflection was insane right there.
That's Noah Spencer who steps in the way of that one and deflects the football. Again, Chuck pointed it out early, and he's right, man. The coverage by these defensive backs all night long has just been absolutely fantastic. Jesse Stump, the intended receiver on that one.
You know, and the thing about it is they're there step to step. They turn at the right time. I mean, because it's one thing, you know, if you're just running with the receiver and you never turn around to find the ball. I mean, this USJ team, they are so good defensively.
Yeah, and it looks like Noah Spencer just a little bit gimpy coming off there. He'll come out of the game and be replaced by Davis Sane. That's not exactly doing Lakeway Christian any favors. Here we go. Here's motion. Now Martin rolling to his right under pressure, and he will be taken down by Sam McMillan. Outstanding job by Sam McMillan. He's another one of these linebackers who we've been calling their name all season long. USJ just really, I mean, I know we called the game for this team, but, I mean, seriously, if you were even a neutral observer, what is this team not good at? I mean, this is why I fell in love with this team about 3 games in. They really are just good at everything they do.
They are. They have no deficiencies. I mean, when you got a guy like Sam McMillan, and they're running away from him, which is smart, but we've only called his name a handful of times tonight. Sam McMillan's top 2 or 3 defender.
3rd and 17 for the Lions. Now here's a little sidearm pass completed, but it'll lose yardage that time. Stump with the reception, taken down by Spencer and Barksdale, and we have a late flag on this one as well. By the way, Spencer back in the game, so he shook that one off. But we've got another late flag, and it looks like this one's going to be on Lakeway Christian. I wonder what this. At first I thought it might be a legal man downfield, but it was another personal foul, this time on Lakeway Christian. Boy, there's been a bunch of those tonight for really and just in the game period, not one particular team. That's going to be declined clearly by the Bruins, and Lakeway Christian will have to punt from their own end zone. And is that Barksdale?
That is Barksdale back.
Okay. He is at his own 44-yard line, with Hunter Vaughn in to punt for the Lions with 3.5 minutes left to go in this one. Here's the punt, and it's a nice one that will hit at the 43-yard line, and Barksdale had absolutely no interest in returning that one. He'll get a good roll all the way down to the Bruin 41-yard line, and that's where USJ will take over with 3 minutes left to go in this football game, and I'll be interested to see if we see the second-team offense now, because this one obviously clearly in hand. But let's see.
There's Kevin Finch.
Nope, still first team. Okay.
You know, has USJ punted tonight?
No.
We have not seen a punt.
No.
I will say this. We've seen a lot of Lakeway Christian punts, and every time it hits the ground, it's taking off another 20, 25, 30 yards. I mean, I know that happens sometimes, but it's every time. They're just kicking it end over end.
Yeah, 2.5 minutes left to go in this football game. I will pull a Pranica, hammer, nail, coffin. This baby is done. Here we go, Barksdale in motion, and we got a flag here. Got ourselves a delay of game on the Bruins. You have to have something you can talk bad about, right?
Right.
I mean,
there you go. Yeah, how are you going to let
nothing.
that happen? The flags definitely, right? The flags and the penalties, that's the one thing you would say, hey, clean that up, guys. It's not getting easier from here, only harder.
See if we can get us an update on that Friendship Christian DCA game. I'll try to run that down here for you in just a second, because the winner of that is who USJ is going to play to try to get to the state championship game. Here we go. Pettigrew looking to his left flat, complete. Has Barksdale out there, still on his feet, making men. It's hard to bring down. He's fast, he's strong, he's wiry. It's not a big gain. It's only a yard or two, but that should have been a couple-yard loss. But, man, Barksdale, I'm going to tell you right now, that kid, and, of course, next year he's going to be really dependent upon next year with a lot of graduating seniors on this offense, but he's certainly capable.
I think about sophomores like Noah Spencer, though. What a role they played. It's always just next man up, one man out and one man up.
You got to think Titus Taylor Jr., the running back. I have a big say in that running game next year. And here we go, and here is a pass completed, this time almost to midfield, and that is Noah Spencer. He'll come up a yard short of the first down, and we have 1 minute left to go in this contest.
Yeah, Spencer now with the second grab of the evening.
See, 40-14, Haywood is pulled away. We'll try to get you a couple more scores here. I still have a 7-7 second quarter score with Friendship. I know that's not the case, but we'll see if we can, because we'll take a 4-minute timeout after this game's over with and come back and put a bow on it. And during that time, we'll see if we can run a score down for you, so we'll know what the Bruins' fate is next week. Will it be here? Will it be at Friendship Christian? We'll find out sooner than later. Here's Pettigrew with the gift of Finch, now bouncing it out around the right edge and harmlessly taken down at the 48-yard line. It's enough for a Thompson and Smith first down, and should be the final play of this football game. Bruins in absolutely no particular hurry. We are down to 10 seconds, and that is going to be the final play of this game. The USJ Bruins are now 1 win away from a trip to the state championship. The clock is stopped at 6.7 seconds, but all the players are out on the field, and they're in the handshake line, so that is not going to be – I got it.
All right.
He's not there yet. I got it. He's not there yet, but we're going to go down to the field in just a minute, where George is going to talk with victorious head coach Michael Strapp after your USJ Bruins handily defeat Lakeway Christian 48-6. All right, Chuck, what do you think, man? It was a little bit of a slow start, but after that, man, it was all Bruins all night long.
Yeah, I didn't give the Bruins enough credit. I said 44-14. That's crazy.
Yeah, I know. Hey, we're here post-game. Coach Michael Strapp, congratulations. Big win against a good football team. Great second half of football. What's your thoughts moving forward, Coach?
Well, we just got to regroup and enjoy this one for about 24 hours and, get back to work, man.
Film study Sunday.
Film study on Sunday and, get a good game playing together and play whoever we're going to play.
Maybe on the road next week.
Maybe on the road, maybe here. Don't know.
Yeah. Oh, well, as soon as we find out, congratulations, and I know we're going to be ready wherever we end up.
Yep, appreciate
it. Back to you guys. I'm getting.
Thank you, George. There with victorious head football coach Michael Strapp. His Bruins improved to 10-1 and are 1 win away from playing for it all. We'll take this 4-minute timeout, come back, and wrap it up from USJ on Worthy Road Studios.
I'm here. I'm down post game with Kevin Finch, Mr. Football for West Tennessee. So honored to talk to you. Congratulations. Give me your thoughts, my friend.
I just want to say thank you and to all my linemen, all my teammates for always believing in me, pushing me forward. And I just love this football team. We do everything together. We eat, sleep, and breathe together. We do everything. And I really want to make it to Chattanooga and win it all this year.
Yes, sir. We believe in you too, buddy. It's been a pleasure watching you behind the coach's program. Your work ethic is impeccable on and off the field. I know you love playing here at Kirkland Field as well as you should. May have to go on the road next week. What's your thoughts on that?
My thoughts on that, I would say I'm ready for anything, real talk.
Well, we know USJ fans, and I believe in y'all probably going to be on the road and be like a home game, just not being here.
Yes, sir.
Well, give me a good week of practice. Best of luck to you moving forward. Proud of you, son. Proud of you. Back to you guys up top.
Thank you, George. That was senior running back Kevin Finch, who had 3 touchdowns tonight, 2 on the ground and 1 in the air, and another huge game. The question is, was this his final game on this field? We'll try to find out during the break, get you an update on that DCA and Friendship Christian game. If DCA wins, the semifinals will be here at Kirkland Field. If Friendship wins, it will be on the road at Friendship for the right to play for the state title. We'll take a 4-minute timeout and come back with the happy total and wrap it up here from Kirkland Field. Your final score, USJ 48 and Lakeway Christian 6 on Worthy Road Studios.
Turn to the experts. Since 1955, Garrett Plumbing and Heating has been the leader in plumbing, heating, and air conditioning service and installation for West Tennessee. A proud supporter of USJ Bruin Athletics, we are your local Carrier Factory authorized dealer. Call Garrett Plumbing and Heating 668-3339 for all of your plumbing, heating, and air needs.
If you work outside or in a facility with no AC, or you're just struggling with this year's heat wave, it can really take a toll on your body and health. At Live Hydration Drip Spa, we can help you recover with our Beat the Heat special for only $59. Call or visit us online today to set your appointment.
Championship DNA. That's what you find at Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way. A full line of new Chevrolets plus West Tennessee's largest used car inventory. State-of-the-art service work and pre-approved auto loans online at JonesChevroletHumboldt.com. Shop with a winner. Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way.
Home furnishings, appliances, bedding, and so much more. Kaufman's. At the Bypass and Oil Well Road in Jackson. Home furnishings for every room in your home. Custom upholstery options too, with professional advice. Major appliances from America's top name brands. Mattresses and bedding accessories. Outdoor living and grilling too. And our fully stocked warehouse helps prevent supply chain delays. Kaufman's, for your life.
The most important benefit when you buy from Jones Chevrolet at Three-Way? Peace of mind. Jones Chevrolet's warranty forever comes with every qualifying new and pre-owned vehicle. Powertrain coverage for as long as you own your vehicle. Find out more at Jones Chevrolet in Three-Way.
At Nest Realty Jackson, connections and relationships are at the heart of everything we do. We wake up every day with the goal of helping our agents build trust, relationships, and community. Let's connect.
We realize you have a busy lifestyle, and at the Bank of Jackson, we're here to help you fulfill all of your financial needs, personal and business loans, mortgages, online banking and bill pay, and so much more. Serving the Jackson area for 25 years. The Bank of Jackson, your down-home community bank. You belong here. Member FDIC Equal Housing Lender.
Count on Carlock Automotive, Van Drive, Jackson.
Do you want your smile to say it all? At Elite Dental Care, we'll make you and your family feel comfortable and secure with a variety of services and state-of-the-art care. We offer sedation dentistry that will make your time in the dental chair comfortable and relaxed. Come by and see our newly renovated and expanded office in Jackson or one of our other convenient locations in Trenton or Dyersburg. Trust your smile with Elite Dental Care. and let your smile say it all.
At Arrington Funeral Directors, we accept all pre-arranged funerals. So you may have pre-arranged your funeral in this town with another funeral home or even in another state, but we accept all pre-arranged funerals because we're here to serve families.
Serving the Jackson area for over 20 years. Carlock Nissan and Carlock Prestige, the name you can count on. Carlock Automotive, Van Drive, Jackson.
Welcome back to USJ here in the press box at Carlock Nissan Stadium. The happy final tonight, your USJ Bruins advancing on to the state semifinals with a decisive 48-6 win over Lakeway Christian, the Lions, tonight in their season at 5-7. The Bruins improved to 10-1 and now await the winner of Donaldson Christian Academy and Friendship Christian. And the update there, Chuck, is what, with 3 minutes left to go, we're still knotted at 7 apiece.
Who would have seen that coming off of the first game this year?
That was a 43-8 win first time around for Friendship, but DCA playing much better, the Wildcats and the Commanders, and it's a great football game. Friendship Christian was called for a costly holding penalty right at the end that might have taken him out of potential field goal range or whatever the case may be. Bryce Mont will have the post-game show coming up here in just a few minutes, so he'll keep you updated with all that. Now, here's what's on the line. If Donaldson Christian wins that football game, Chuck, we'll be right here next Friday night at
Donaldson.
Kirkland Field for a ticket to the state championship. Now, if Friendship Christian is able to pull that one out, then your USJ Bruins will be on the road. Either way, we're going to be there, but we'll either be in Lebanon or we'll be here at Jackson. Also, with 3 minutes left to go in that football game, let me get the latest update there for you. With 2:16 left to go, Middle Tennessee Christian has the football, trailing Jackson Christian 27-25. And, boy, Jackson Christian's defense really pitching a shutout basically here in the second half, if you will. We've got an unsportsmanlike conduct on Jackson Christian. That could be extremely costly. They do have a 2-point lead with 2:15 left to go, and Middle Tennessee Christian on the move. So there is high drama all over the place in high school football. Jackson Christian, if they can hold on, would play likely. The last update we had was 28-7 Nashville Christian. If they can hold on, they would take on Nashville Christian in the semifinals, also for the right to play for a state title. Man,
and could that
what a night!
Would that be in Jackson too? There would be a way that they could host.
I'm not sure about that.
Okay,
not sure about that one, but. Here's the scenario with 2:16. Actually, Jackson Christian has the football at midfield. So if they can hold on to this thing, if they can salt this thing away, and Cam Boyd's going to make sure that happens. He picks up a first down right there down to the Middle Tennessee Christian 40-yard line. And that's going to bring up that's going to set up first down with 2 minutes left to go in this football game. So if Jackson Christian can just protect this football, it looks like they also are going to move to the semifinals. Now the beauty of it is they wouldn't play each other in the semifinals, so we wouldn't be guaranteed that one of them got knocked out. So conceivably, it's still a possibility that you could have an all-Jackson Division II Single-A championship game, and that would pretty much constitute the biggest game in this county's history.
Oh, without a doubt. Couldn't even be close. Would not even be close, would it?
That would be something. So they're down to a minute and a half on that one, and, boy, there's the formation that you want if you're Jackson Christian. They're going to take a knee, and that means that Jackson Christian, as long as something insane does not happen, they are going to win this football game, trailing by a couple of touchdowns, found a way to scrap one possession at a time, come back, and now are a minute and 15 seconds away from securing a 27-25 win. Here at Kirkland Field, it started out, it was a close game in the first quarter, but after that, USJ hit the accelerator and just really never looked back, beat you in every conceivable way on the ground, in the air. Defensively, they were all over the place, excellent in special teams, and just another total team effort by this USJ Bruin football team. And, the thing that really kind of got my juices flowing was that 70-yard sprint by Berkeley Pettigrew on that option play, on that read play. 70 yards, outruns the defense and flashes those wheels. Chuck, that's what I was talking about, man. If you're a defensive coordinator and you're having a plan for this team and you see that, because you already got to deal with Fitz. You got 2 or 3 wide receivers who are capable all the time. The offensive line gives up nothing. And then you see that quarterback is extremely accurate flash those wheels.
Yeah, and that's by far his longest run of the season, but he's gotten the first down. He's such a good decision maker and only uses his legs when he really has to. I didn't know that he even thought he was going to take that one 70 yards, but once he got through and around the end, he was right there with it. So, yeah, total team effort. Unbelievable job, Raleigh Seals, tonight, especially that first half. I mean, second half got out of control. We got a running clock on it, but completely unbelievable.
And what a game he had. And it has now gone final at Jackson Christian. The Eagles win that football game 27-25. They also are a win away from the state championship. That is going to do it for us here from Kirkland Field. We want to thank all our friends over in White Pine, Tennessee. They were on watching tonight, and a successful season, to be sure. Didn't end the way they wanted, but congratulations to them, and you guys be safe coming back. Of course, all of our Bruins friends who are either here at the game, watching on Worthy Road Studio at the USJ Facebook page or on WNWS.com. For Bryce Mott producing and directing, each and every one of you out there, for Paul Schulze and his amazing team here at Worthy Road Studio. Of course, my color commentator and partner in crime, Chuck Walker, our sideline reporter, the one and only George Tennyson, our camera operators, Eric Inman and Stephen Childress, and by far, most importantly, to each and every one of you who took the time to check this broadcast out. We very, very much appreciate that. Look forward to next week in the semifinals. Don't know where we'll be yet, but we know we'll be there. Again, one more time, your happy total here from USJ. The Bruins, 48, and Lakeway Christian, 6. Now get ready for the postgame show with Bryce Mott on Jackson's News Talk 101.5 FM. Have a great night, everybody.